Well, welcome, my friends, to the Confused Breakfast, the podcast where we hit pause on the chaos of today and rewind to a simpler time when it wasn't about convenience. It was about the Ow! You got me. That really hurt.
Ow, that hurt.
Remember the magic of a Friday night trip to the video rental store?
Yeah.
This one's already off the rails. Wandering the aisles, making the big decision of what movie was coming home with you. We're all part of the last generation that knows the joy of the search, the snap of the plastic clamshell, and we're here to revisit the movies that shaped us and defined our childhoods. My name is Mike Schulte. Joining me, as always, two dudes programmed for etiquette and protocol, Sean Pryor and AJ Benz. How the heck are you?
Etiquette and protocol is what I'm all about, man.
Etiquette, protocol.
I need to change the batteries, and oh yeah.
So Sean finally got his moment to bring a lightsaber to the studio.
Not just a lightsaber. I brought my Land Cruiser. I brought my droid. I brought my TIE Fighter. I brought a
and
Boba
none of them
Fett
have
thing.
working batteries.
No.
Nothing actually works. It was they were at the bottom of an old toy chest.
This is, like I told Mike, only like 1% of what I have.
Star Wars stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Well, boys, on today's episode,
For my basement to flood and everything to be ruined.
Yeah.
On today's episode, we finally dive into one of the biggest movie franchises of all time. This movie is the 29th highest rated movie on IMDb and was nominated for 11 Academy Awards, winning 6 of them. This was the first movie to make over $300 million at the domestic box office. Of the first 7 movies in the franchise, this movie has the shortest runtime and is the second highest fan rated and the first highest critic rated of all 7. We're, of course, talking about 1977's Star Wars. Fine, Chapter 4, A New Hope.
Well, dang it. Ladies and gentlemen,
The Star Wars.
it's time for another nostalgic journey to the past with the Confused Breakfast. Sit back, relax, and enjoy wherever you are in the world. Take it away, boys.
Well, if you are new to the podcast, we're going to be reviewing. I know, actually, in fact, I know you are new to the podcast because you guys came running when you saw a podcast was going to do Star Wars A New Hope. So welcome. We like to review movies with a modern day eye. Do not judge us when we don't talk about it as if it were 1981 and you finally got to watch it. We're talking about it in 2025. But first, we want to know what it was like the first time you saw it. Sean, first time you saw this movie, what was your nostalgic feelings and ratings on this movie?
My mind was fucking blown, man. Like every, maybe like 4 or 5 years old, my mind was absolutely blown. I got the trilogy VHS box set, and I would watch them over and over and over and over again. Couldn't tell you back then which one was probably my favorite, but it was probably A New Hope just because it was one that kicked it off and everything. It's a fucking 10, baby.
A 10 right out of the gate for Sean nostalgically. AJ, what about you?
Smack, bang, pow. So I have older brothers. One of them in particular, Ray, big Star Wars fan. Ray's 10 years older than I am. I was born in 89. And so he has shown me so many. He's the one who really got me started on the Star Wars stuff. He was all about the Star Wars, and I think it was like a moment. It felt like maybe a moment. Like this is a big deal.
This is it.
We have Star Wars, A New Hope, the VHS, and I remember like the VHS cover, like him holding up the lightsaber.
Is it the
and
one
stuff,
where
and
he's
it's
like Luke Skywalker's ripped?
just ripped, like,
And you're like, that's not him.
like the torso.
When does he come to the movie?
Yeah, it looks like a He-Man torso.
It does.
But just regular arms. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, he's just like absolutely shredded.
And Leia's just sitting there, just
strung out.
Just like Margot Robbie almost.
Oh man, it's disgusting. But it's just like it was a moment,
right?
To watch this movie, and it felt like it. Like I enjoyed the movies, but at the same time, I was still pretty young, so I didn't probably grasp a lot of it, like a lot of like what was really going on. I liked the explosions, I liked the guns, the lasers, the lightsabers, all that good stuff. Other than that, I was kind of like checking out of the movie. So I'll just give this a 6.5 6.8.
Wow.
6.8 for the age. I'm sort of in the same boat as you, AJ. When I first saw this, I was very young, and it was on TV a lot back then. And I think that's maybe where I caught it, and I never knew which movie was which. They all seemed like the same thing to me, depending on whatever movie was playing. It was like, oh, that's just that Star Wars thing.
One of them had the boring part with the green midget guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
No, it was okay. I wasn't as much of a sci-fi guy when I was younger. So some of this was just kind of like, that's fine. Let's get back to like, the Mighty Ducks or Three Ninjas or whatever. Like realistic things is what I liked when I was younger. So I'll just give it nostalgically a 6 probably. Just, it was what it was.
You guys aren't major Star Wars heads, huh?
Well, that we're talking about the first time we saw it, Sean.
Talking about the first time we saw it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Let's see what Nick Mad said. Nick Mad is our executive producer today. He says Star Wars A New Hope was introduced to me the same way it was to many kids in the 90s. An adult relative handed me a dusty old VHS tape like they were passing off a relic from a more civilized age. Upon first watch, I was beyond hooked. I needed the toys, the t-shirts, the breakfast cereals, and anything else that brought me tangibly closer to this world. It started my love of sci-fi as a whole, and to this day, if I could meet one celebrity, it would be Mark Hamill. A New Hope gives us the best of the essential hero's journey with fantastic characters, intriguing villains, and helps set the bar for bringing new worlds to life. Nostalgically, he's a 10. That puts
That's
us.
my boy.
You know what he is nostalgically? He's a 10.
He's a 10.
So that takes us to an 8.2 as a group. If you're going to look at anything we've done so far, our nostalgic rating, 8.2 is pretty good. That's going to be good enough for the 41st spot of any movie we've done. Nostalgically, we do think Mortal Kombat is a better movie, but we do think Star Wars A New Hope is better than Blank Check. So
good.
just throwing that out there. But we're
Good.
going to strip it all away, boys, because now we got to talk about it with a modern day rating. Sean's going to set us up with all the important details of the movie. Do not take too long because I know there's a lot.
Produced by Gary Kurtz, music by John Williams, cinematography by Gilbert Taylor. He also cinematogged Doctor Strangelove, A Hard Day's Night, Repulsion, The Omen, and Flash Gordon. Thank you. Edited by Marshall Lucas, Paul Hirsch, and Richard Chu. Production design by John Barry, written and directed by George Lucas. Cast: Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Peter Cushing, James Earl Jones, Alec Guinness, Anthony Daniels, Kenny Baker, Peter Mayhew, David Prowse, Phil Brown, Shelley Fraser, Jack Purvis, and Eddie Brin. Originally, George Lucas wanted to do an adaptation of Flash Gordon. However, after finding out that someone else had already bought the rights, I think it was Dino De Laurentiis, to that IP, George, still being inspired by John Carter of Mars and other fantasy stories, decided he would make his own space fantasy project. Lucas brought 2 projects to United Artists, and one being American Graffiti and a treatment in what he called at the time the Star Wars. United Artists declined both of the offers. Universal took a chance on American Graffiti but opted to not produce Star Wars. After the success of American Graffiti, George had some clout and recognition to his name, along with the backing of his friend and collaborator Francis Ford Coppola. Lucas threw himself fully into the concepts and story elements of Star Wars, coming up with weird names and weird creatures. He wrote a treatment and sent it to United Artists and Universal, who both still turned it down. He then sent the treatment to Disney, but they turned it down.
We'll come back around someday.
Full circle, baby.
A $50 billion mistake that they just made?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, we'll come back around.
We'll come back.
We'll come back.
After American Graffiti was released, Lucas had the leverage to also make a deal that he would have full merchandising and sequel rights.
Yeah, but like we say that in like a can you believe how smart he was? But it's definitely like I don't feel like it was as smart as like it looks now that he made that decision.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't assuming this was going to happen. In fact, you'll probably get to it. He like thought the movie was a total complete nutter bust.
Yeah, I mean, I'll kind of save it towards the end, but like I do think that this concept that he came up with is bigger than him.
Yeah. Oh.
And the momentum it had was just something that he couldn't handle, and it just went by itself.
Nor did he know that. He didn't even foresee it.
Yes, and he luckily put his name all over it.
Luckily.
Yeah. Lucas got to writing a script, or rather a full-on universe, complete with names and backstories up the yin-yang, with details that would put some to sleep and others in a state of post-cum clarity bliss.
Did you write that?
I did.
Cool, man.
I like that.
There's so much to get into. Like, I can't do it all, okay? And I'm sure you know more than I do. He wrote several drafts of the script, basically adding and subtracting storylines and characters, most of which would later become main elements in the sequels and prequels. 20th Century Fox had greenlit the film with a budget of $5 million after reading one of the drafts of the script, so then George rewrote again with the budget in mind. After all was said and done, Willard Hayek and Gloria Katz of Howard the Duck fame helped revise an actual shooting script. Bobby Benson, William Cady, Robert Englund, and Kurt Russell were shoved out of the way for the role of Luke Skywalker for the young and spry Mark Hamill. Cindy Williams, Terry Nunn, Karen Allen, and Jodie Foster were up for the role for Leia.
Karen Allen.
I know, right?
That could have been cool.
Carrie Fisher was chosen. Lucas was originally hesitant to cast Harrison Ford as Han because he wanted to cast unknowns, and after having just worked with him on American Graffiti, Ford was kind of well known. Ford would assist George with line readings and casting other actors, but eventually Ford charmed his way into the role of Han Solo. The list of actors considered for Han is actually just endless. Just think of a name.
No, it's typical. It's like just name all the people in Hollywood at the time of 1977.
It's them.
If we made a movie today, our list would just be like, who's in Hollywood?
Yeah.
What about like Robert Redford?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, do you think Robert Redford was in?
Yeah, well, we'll talk to him.
Mel Gibson?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Ron Howard, too, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Ron Howard?
He's our buddy. Yeah, we should
okay,
try
cool.
and throw him a bone.
Okay.
This is great.
Oh, it's a fun time.
Alec Guinness was chosen for Obi-Wan only because Japanese actor Toshiro Mifune declined the role. Mifune had starred in many Akira Kurosawa films, including The Hidden Fortress, which inspired Lucas to write Star Wars. Mifune turned it down because he was a devotee of the samurai way and didn't want this film to make a farce out of it, let alone a force. You knew it was coming, right?
Whoa!
You knew, like, if I didn't say it, someone else was gonna. Come on. Lucas had originally wanted Orson Welles to portray Vader's voice, but thought it would be too recognizable. James Earl Jones was cast instead and wasn't credited for the role until 1983. Motherfuckers.
Bastards.
Principal photography began in Tunisia, North Africa. That was to be the planet Tatooine, but filming did not go off without a hitch. Filming in Tunisia proved to be difficult as it was real hot during the day and very cold at night. Parts with droids were interrupted by high radio frequencies in the area, making them inoperable at times. Most of the sets were built in Elstree Studios in England, and as filming would go on, George Lucas would become diagnosed with hypertension, as we all will, due to stress. A lot of the time, just like on American Graffiti, Lucas wouldn't give much direction to his actors or crew. He would say things like, do it again, but with more intensity, or do it again, but with less intensity.
Can you do it again?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, for sure.
Can you do it again? Okay.
Just again, or
Well, some more intensity.
more intensity?
Yeah.
Like higher
Can you make
voice?
it more intense.
Just more intense?
Yeah.
Like,
Reset.
in what way?
Reset. Can you do it again?
Hiya! Is that good?
Okay. Well,
With a little less.
A little less this
can
time.
you back it off a little bit? Okay. Action.
He's like, does anybody like me?
Is everybody okay with me being here? Or,
I couldn't do it.
The actors even tried to crack a smile on George's face by playing practical jokes on him, which he did not take to.
Sounds like a blast.
Really?
Sounds like a blast of a guy, man.
Okay, guys. I know it's funny and everything. Could you not, just not in my coffee, please? Just not in my coffee. It's my one thing, guys. Maybe my one thing.
Well,
my
you don't
coffee.
like a little cum in your coffee, George? Fucking idiot.
Come on, guys.
The 70s, bro.
Come on, guys.
Just
Fine.
put a little Coke in there. Whatever, man. Just lighten up a little bit.
You know I like my coffee black.
One rough cut of the film was done by an editor who did not get the movie at all. The pacing was slow, and some scenes that aren't in the cut that we would see make their way in certain there was
Let's slice that. Try that again.
okay.
Can you try that
Slice
again with
that
more
one again.
intensity?
Try that one more time. Do not cut that.
The pacing was slow, and some scenes that aren't in the cut that we see make their way in, and certain takes that were obviously bad ones.
What did George Lucas write this dialogue
Yeah,
for
I
you?
think so.
'Cause it goes well with the movie, buddy.
Basically, he would.
Could you put that in your own words, please?
He would put takes in the film that were obviously bad, that like anyone could just see that doesn't belong in the movie. This did not give the producers much faith in the project, making them push the release date because they were afraid of stiff competition with Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh.
Lucas hired 3 different editors in place of that bad one to cut the film, and the way he saw it, and it would pay off, as we see right here. Star Wars was released on May 25th, 1977, and on a budget of $11 million. The film made $775.4 million at the box office, was nominated for 11 Academy Awards, winning 7, including Best Visual Effects, Best Production Design, Best Costume Design, Best Sound Mixing, a Special Achievement Award for Ben Burt. Don't know what he did.
Thanks,
Best
Ben.
Film Editing and Best Original Score. And that's all I got.
Well, thanks, Sean. Now we got to go to AJ. Let's learn what the critics and the fans have to say about this movie.
You are part of the Rotten Alliance and a tomato. Rank her away. It's the tomato meter. Gross. Pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
All right, thanks. 94% certified fresh.
Of all the movies we've done, that is tied with Fargo, Die Hard, and Speed, per the critics.
Decent movies.
Decent to average.
96% on the esteemed popcorn meter. How do you think Darth Vader eats popcorn? Was like that?
There's probably like a
There's a
mushes it
hand,
in.
there's a little hand that comes out and goes.
It's a little door that opens like all the doors on the spaceship. Just does that.
The really fast opening.
Yeah.
We have to wait. Okay, just stay there for 5 minutes and don't move while the door opens really slow. We're gonna fast forward
There's
this.
almost like a cut in time in it every time it happens. too.
That's
It's
so weird. So strange. 8.6 on IMDb.
Of all the movies we have done, this is the 7th highest fan-rated movie, tied with Silence of the Lambs and Saving Private Ryan,
Jeez.
Wow.
per the fans.
Per the fans. Guys, Dave Kerr, Chicago Reader, gave this the old 100 out of 100. Dave had this to say: an exhilarating update of Flash Gordon, very much in the same half-jokey, half-earnest mood, but backed by special effects that for once really work and are intelligently integrated with the story. Let's see. We've got... yeah, we'll do this. Vincent Canopy. No, I'm not going to do that one. I'm so sorry. We're going to do David Starrett, obviously, at the Christian Science Monitor. I think that's
should.
much more important.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Christianity
A lot of
and
science.
a lot of science
Yeah.
going on here. So we need somebody to monitor that properly. And David Starrett is here. That's a 75 out of 100. Still packs an entertaining punch with its blend of old movie formulas, new age philosophies, and video game visuals. A small amount of new material added to the 20th anniversary reissue is fun to look for, but doesn't make much difference to the story or its impact. This is based on the special edition.
I think it fucking does.
Yeah, well,
We'll get there.
I think it fucking works. All right, Dave. Dick. 9 out of 10. Star Wars. That's the title of this one.
Okay.
Posted by Super Movies. The binary sunset scene is the perfect way to get into the feel of this universe. The music and the way everything is shot is filled with what now is nostalgic movie magic. Star Wars is a movie that changed pop culture forever. Following the journey of one of my favorite fictional characters, Luke Skywalker, this is a grand adventure. To this day, it holds up so incredibly well. With fun and charismatic characters, you can't help but feel pure joy in watching this. George Lucas managed to craft such an interesting world filled with characters and creatures that became household names and are now icons. By the end, you'll understand why this became the blueprint for the modern blockbuster.
It's an interesting way to put that there's 2 moons out there.
Yeah, you could have just
Binary moons.
yeah, you could have just said 2.
I feel like that's a kind of like a contemporary of like 80s bands, like duos, you know, like a Binary Moon. I feel like it's an 80s like one-hit wonder band.
New band name.
Has like
Yeah.
a sick song in like a movie or something.
That makes sense. I like that.
But anyway,
I digress. How about this one will make a lot of sense, I'm sure. 1 out of 10. The Death of American Cinema. Said DJ Tet. A McDonald's meal of a movie, all fat, sugar, salt, and caffeine, supersized with whiz-bang special effects. Tastes great while you're eating it, but short on nourishment. They did it well enough that this junk food has squeezed pretty much everything good off the menu. The pick is just mediocre, but the trends it started have been horrid. Cornball plotting and dialogue is one thing, but the simple-minded good versus evil masquerading as some sort of authentic spirituality is vomit-inducing. You ever sit in a movie, guys, you're just like,
This plot is making me throw up.
like it cuts to a different scene, and the cut itself, you're just like, oh,
yeah.
Like the language of cinema is gross.
Like even sitting in like watching a like gross movie or something like that, like this shit that Sean likes to watch. You're just like, I've never felt like vomit inducing. People were throwing up in movie theaters.
Throwing up.
Ugh. The sequel with its Freudian undertones. You
Okay.
said what?
Whatever.
You don't even know what that word means. Has some real conflict and character development and is actually a pretty good popcorn movie. But the original may be the most overrated movie of all time.
No, it's
All
not.
right, all
no,
right.
it's just not.
It's not, actually. I'm not even going to read that one. I'd rather listen to our favorite people,
Yeah.
Little Lebowski Urban Achievers.
Yeah.
The greatest and most knowledgeable people that we know.
You mean they went to
ever.
patreon.com/confusedbreakfast, signed up for the top tier.
That's right.
And now they get their names and reviews of movies read on air.
It's crazy.
Cool.
Oh, it's
Wow.
weird. There's almost like bonus episodes on there too.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It's crazy.
It's almost like they voted on an upcoming movie that is going to be Mighty Ducks 2.
It's going to be
their
a
fault.
movie. Yeah, it's all their fault. It's your fault because if you're not in there, it's your fault. If you're in there,
Okay.
it's your fault.
Let's see what they got to say.
See what they got to say. Alex Navarro jumping on in. He says, to be honest, I don't remember the first time I saw Star Wars 4. It's important. It's just always been a part of my life. This movie was revolutionary not because of the acting. No, definitely not the acting, but the amazing storytelling, the characters, and the special effects at the time. Love or hate Star Wars now, you can't deny the impact this movie had on our culture. It's the one that started it all. 8.5 out of 10.
It's the 4 that started it all.
It's the 4 that started it all. Caleb K.
Yeah, man.
Sean.
Yeah, whatever you said.
Caleb K. I'm a bit younger. Cheers. So I grew up on the Star Wars prequels. We won't get into that debate. And had only seen Empire Strikes Back of the original trilogy. So unfortunately, when I saw A New Hope, I found it to be a little underwhelming compared to the other Star Wars films. The duel with Darth Vader and Kenobi is a little lame, and I feel like it takes too long for Luke to leave Tatooine. I do remember constantly rewinding the VHS copy I rented from my local library to see if Han shot first. Where did we ever land on that? We'll get there. Even though it's no Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope is an excellent Star Wars movie whose effects still hold up and in some ways beat modern day effects. Nostalgic rating, 7 out of 10.
Interesting. I like that.
Rock and roll. That's it.
All right, boys, this is the big one. The movie that launched an empire, literally and figuratively. Before the prequels, the sequels, the streaming shows, the special editions with weird CGI creatures that absolutely did not need to be there, there was just Star Wars. 1977, the original. It's good versus evil, destiny versus doubt, desert moisture farming versus planetary genocide. Super classic stuff here, guys. And somehow, in between all the spaceships and laser swords, it made us all believe in something called the Force. Welcome to the Confused Breakfast. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious. Here we go. So, seed 1. In the midst of a galactic civil war, rebel spies steal the plans to the Death Star, a massive space station capable of destroying entire planets. Princess Leia hides the stolen plans inside the droid R2-D2 and launches him and C-3PO in an escape pod to the desert planet of Tatooine. The droids are captured by Jawas and then sold to Luke Skywalker's family. Luke discovers a cryptic message from Leia intended for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Curious and eager for adventure, Luke searches for Obi-Wan and learns more about his father and his past. Then they discover that stormtroopers have killed his aunt and uncle searching for the droids.
Damn, a lot in that.
A lot going on.
Should we even talk about this movie? Like, on my first note is iconic opening. What do you even fucking say about it?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Here's what you say about it. Imagine watching this in 1977 on opening night at a theater, just going, what the fuck is this? And watch it. Like, I will talk a lot about how there's some bad stuff in this movie, like some of the editing and even some of the CGI they've added later on. It's just like, fuck, this is terrible. But this opening scroll, even the thought of like, how did he even think to make this scroll look like you're looking up and it's going straight up, and then it goes away and it pans down in the spaceship? Like, imagine seeing this and then you see stormtroopers and Darth Vader and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, literally never seen anything like this, and it instantly becomes iconic, you know? Like, as much as we like to harp on George for being like a recluse and like he just kind of wanted his money so he could fucking hide from everybody.
I get that.
That's how I see
totally
him.
get that.
I totally get it too,
Totally
but like the sort of genius behind him too isn't talked about as much, I think, as like making fun of him is. But like establishing right away like the David and Goliath of it all, like this ship engulfing this other one, like literally just, it's so much bigger, it's so much larger, and that's the Empire, you know, that's what we're up against.
It didn't seem as big as I remember though, because I'm always picturing Spaceballs in my head. Like, I was like, oh shit, that's not as big as I remember.
You know, it's kind of a travesty that we did Spaceballs before we did Star Wars, but at the same time, it's kind of perfect. It's kind of perfect because it is like this has got to be, think back 1970s, even like a little bit before this, you could probably still see the strings on the spaceships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you get something like this after the words just flew away.
In a weird angle, and you're just, and remember, you would have seen this right away. It still blows my mind. You would have seen just Star Wars.
Yeah,
it would have just said Star Wars, and nothing about Chapter 4 and A New Hope. And it's kind of mind blowing that this is just meant to be just, here's a one-off story.
Yeah,
and it's just weird to think back to that. They didn't add Episode 4 A New Hope until after Empire Strikes Back
was made.
Even made. Yeah, it's just wild. And then to even have the audacity to be like, it's number 4.
Well, technically,
it's number 4.
It's number 4.
There's 3 other movies that will come out someday. I don't know what's going to happen in them, but we're going to make 3 of them.
Before we get any further, let's also make sure we note this. The Skywalker storylines aren't even like 1/1000th of the universe of the Star Wars universe. Okay, like, God, why are we even talking about it still? It's like, well, because it's Star Wars. Okay, it is Star Wars.
And when his like original draft, he had Mace Windu as like the main guy, and Star Killer was actually bad.
It's actually Star Killer.
And then Han Solo was a green alien. If you guys didn't fucking know that.
Yeah,
and Jabba the Hutt was a man.
Dude. It's just one of those things that you're like, there is so much fandom out there, and the universe of Star Wars it runs so deep. Like, it runs so damn deep. Like, there's so many things that are canon that are not canon, and it's just like, there'll just be a nice little focus here on this movie, I hope, for us anyways. But I remember talking about like seeing this for the first time in like 1977, Mike. I remember specifically on that 70s show, they talked about like when this came out. And how obsessed, like, a lot of them were with it. Like, Kelso was just like, it's Star Wars. We're going back to watch Star Wars. We're watching Star Wars. Like, this was in my mind, it sounds like it wasn't even like a nerdism. It was like mind blowing. And again, like somebody mentioned in one of those reviews, it like reshaped pop culture.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like larger than life, and it all started right here. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's remiss to say, but like whatever. It's, you know, if someone out there was like logging the history of the world, not even the United States or George Lucas himself, the world. And like the world ended, but some like alien somewhere was like, okay, so what happened with this place? And you would get to Star Wars pretty soon of the story of the world.
Yeah.
I think. Like it's just that prominent in our culture and everywhere, you know. It's fucking crazy what
whether you've seen a single frame of one of these movies or not, you still know the names of the characters. You know what it's about. You can see it in your brain, like whether you've seen a movie or not. It's just that big of a deal in pop culture.
Yeah, and I mean, all for it too, to be honest. Like, yeah, I know like some of the nerds and stuff like that can get a bit insufferable.
A bit?
A lot. Some like even, you know, to the point of like where I want to shoot myself in the fucking head or something.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay,
But God willing, you know, like I think it's kind of a beautiful thing to like be able to dig so deep into a story that you love. Like I love like whatever. What I like Dawn of the Dead, but there's like just kind of that movie and like George Romero's career. There's not like all this fucking lore and all this backstory to it all, where you have so many avenues you can go to like get as much as you want, you know.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is the single most important scene in the entire Star Wars franchise, of the escape pod of C-3PO and R2-D2 leaving the space station leaving the ship with the Battlestar plans on it, and them going, "Oh, there's no life forms on there. Let's just let them go." Because like
that sealed their fate.
literally, dude, I just picture the guys on this ship just like, maybe they got a new guy that's running one of those cannons. They're like, "Hey, new guy, you don't usually get to shoot these cannons very often.
Yeah.
There's nobody on that. Just shoot it down.
Just go ahead and shoot
Yeah,
it."
we'll do some target practice, some good training, some some real live fire training. Go ahead and pop that one right there. That'd be it.
It's literally the end of the entire story. If and nothing starts, nothing ends if this escape pod gets shot down.
Eventually, they find where the main rebel base is, and they destroy it.
Yeah,
and you know,
this was the only set of plans that would have ever gotten out on how to destroy the Death Star, and then you would have had no Luke Skywalker, no Obi-Wan, and like the Death Star would have just gone around and destroyed every planet over the course of the next couple years.
Yeah,
over. Which is also surprising why Darth fucking Vader doesn't understand that someone let this escape pod go and doesn't just go over and telepathy strangle him. Because this is the most important thing that has ever happened in Star Wars.
It's just like one of those things of like everybody thinking about like everybody lined up. It's like, all right, guys, there was escape pods that went out. Did we get them all? And there's just one guy just like,
did we get them all?
Did we get? Well, we let that one go. It's no life forms. Well, you know that computers and droids exist, right?
You know that droids exist and are basically autonomous, right?
And you know that a human being wouldn't have paperwork, like a folder full of paperwork plans. Right. This is an electronic printout of the base.
I don't even know what you're talking about, man.
It's my first day, bro.
You remember back in 2020? This is my Darth Vader impression. You remember back in 2025 when AI was when you were afraid of AI and it was gonna like be sentient and like, you know, kind of take over. And
yeah.
It was, you know, they were gonna do things without us saying.
Yeah.
That's what's happening right now.
Well, technically, Sean, you're assuming that Star Wars is happening in the future. It happened a long, long time ago.
Excuse me.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Excuse me. AI to us is just
drivel.
Droids.
I just like it is. That's also a really funny thing actually too. Somebody just talked about how it's an interesting concept that in a world like Star Wars, where you have people living in what might look like poverty and like Tatooine and stuff. But it's a world
moisture farming, whatever the fuck that is.
But
like it's a world
Dune, taking it from Dune,
where commonplace is having like holograms and droids and like things like things
even
that
as poor as you are,
yes.
you still have droids,
yes,
and computers, and
it's basically how we're where we're getting
the
to in
trend.
life.
Oh yeah.
It's the way. It's the direction we're heading. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I can't feed my kids, but I got this iPhone.
Thank God I got this
Thank
iPhone.
God.
That's right.
How do I feed my kids if I can't? AI will just tell me.
Egg prices are going up, but at least I can look up the price on my phone. It's like,
Well, I like how he's like choking that guy, asking where the plans are. You know, he's like,
yeah.
like
I would tell you
almost every
if I-
single almost every single shot is just iconic to me. But he's like, "Where are the plans?" He's like, you fool! You just died.
Yeah.
Just let him go, dude.
He's like, it's like I can't tell you if you just keep strangling them all. Like you're literally just killing everyone. Where are they? And you're just killing them all. Did you guys do any of the A/B comparisons of like some of like the original stuff?
I definitely did, and a lot of it really seems to happen when they get to the Tatooine and
You mean
and
like the
base.
CGI added
the,
shit?
the
CGI
77
added.
versus anything added on.
And then even stuff like Darth Vader's original voice, like
Oh,
David
God,
Prowse
did you
is
hear
like,
that?
Oh, it's weird.
I can't believe they almost went with that because the guy that was
of
in,
original the Rebel Alliance, and you, it's like, ugh.
because the guy that was inside the suit was the one that was maybe going to do the voice,
Right.
And it does not work out.
What if it
very
was
well.
like, your lack of faith is disturbing?
Your lack of faith is disturbing.
What's tea time?
Darth Helmet?
Yeah. Oh, your helmet is so big. but it's really bad. Like you can go on YouTube, check it out. I say bad. It's just different. It's not what they wanted.
It's
and
not what we think of it.
It's not what we think about.
You could never think of a world where that would work.
He had naturally like he's a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
And so he had that kind of behind the mask and everything, and it just wasn't coming out the right way.
He gave it his all. Like he's like,
Yeah.
he was like to the promise of like even later on in the series that he would be able to show his face sometime. And they replaced him, obviously, but like
Yeah.
they were like, no, man, like this is all gonna be good. So he like is like acting
Yeah.
through a fucking dark ass helmet mask costume thing.
Yeah.
Do you feel? I felt it a little weird on this modern day rewatch of like what I think of Darth Vader was not really what we get in this movie. He's only on screen for like 12 minutes or something in this movie, and I don't really feel scared from this Darth Vader yet. Like the next two movies are the ones that really like make him this menace that he is in my brain.
Yeah.
Phantom
But-
Menace?
Yes,
Oh.
the realistic menace,
Oh,
you know. But also even James Earl Jones' delivery of lines in this, I don't really like in this movie.
Like which ones?
He's just like, I'm talking really fast, and we're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna talk about it and go over there. You know, like
I think-
it's not a menacing voice. The delivery of the voice and just the way he looks on screen in this movie,
I think-
compared to the other ones.
I agree with you, and I think the reason being is because they obviously had the performance first, and then
Yes,
they had to
okay.
bring in James
Right.
Earl Jones, and he really had to mimic the
body
cadences,
movements, yeah.
and like what David Prowse really brought to the character. Especially like that moment when he is, it's such an iconic line to me is you're part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor, take her away. But like he's doing that very
That's
like-
not what Darth Vader does.
no, he doesn't do these pointing things. And you're right, these movements, they don't feel very like, they don't feel ominous. They
Darth
feel-
Vader to me is the scariest when he's not saying a fucking word.
Correct.
same.
And you don't know what's going on inside of him.
Or like the less is more kind of thing.
Yes.
Like that line, you know, you're part of the Rebel Alliance, now take her away kind of thing. Or like I know it's, you know, PG, whatever, maybe even G at the time it came out, but to actually see him like kill somebody would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like or like, you know, have them like I guess he was going to kill what at his, you know, if does he know that Leia is his daughter?
See, well, and that's how you have to watch this movie. I
Yeah.
know that we know all this lore, but I'm watching this movie as just this was a one-off movie, and there's no fucking way that when he wrote this that he had that in mind.
I think
there's no way.
There's some things that say that he did. There's some things that say that like all like the amounts of drafts that he went through,
Sure.
an amount of bullshit that he just spewed out. A lot of it just did go into the sequels and prequels. And I think this might be one of it.
You wonder, because I just don't feel like I remember watching this and never ever catching any whiff of any of that stuff, that he knew that they were brother and sister, that he was their dad, and that, like, you know, because I don't know, it's really hard to say, but we are watching this as A New Hope, and it's hard to keep the rest of the lore out of this movie.
It's very hard to do to isolate
Just
this
this
movie. It's really hard when there's now been 8 other movies in this sequence of
And
time.
It's a pretty perfect trilogy too, to be honest.
It is a perfect trilogy. I want to make
hard
note
to
of
think
that. I want to make note of that. Like, I might as well say it now because it's like this is about as perfect of storytelling as I think you can really get. Like, there's something about this that flows so well. And you said it earlier, Sean, like, I think George Lucas even said, like, he thought it was like borderline incoherent.
He didn't even go to the premiere or something. He went to Hawaii and started writing Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. And
or being involved with that, however he was.
Yeah. And I just think to myself, I was like, no, I mean, there's such a proper flow that I don't think you got in movies with the 70s. Like we talked about, Mike, you said, it's like, I don't really think they're like worth watching, like old movies, because they have that glaze over them, the malaise, as you say, Sean, that it's like, it's an old movie. It's just kind of slow, and this thing moves pretty quick.
It does.
It does. I think it's a testament to the editing too, which these 3 people that won an Oscar for. I think it's a expertly edited film. I know, Mike, you might have some notes on that, but even the look, this still looks like a fucking $1 million, man.
Dude, it does.
But it's hard to know what's been remade and reglazed and
You think it's hard? Like the CGI shit stands.
No,
out.
but like
that
I
stuff,
know
that stuff, but
I know that they've like refiltered this movie and like made things pop better and stuff that we wouldn't really know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like they've
4K transfers and
remastered
stuff,
it,
yeah.
and you know, whatever we're watching is what they want us to watch, because I don't own the VHS
Right.
from 1977, but I have a feeling if you popped it in the original VHS, you might feel a little bit different about it.
I agree with
How
you.
so? Like
In just the look of it.
Okay.
Like,
The
you
look
might
and the
see a
feel.
lot more seams than what we're seeing in this constant re-edit, like make sure they see the #1 version.
perhaps, but to AJ's point, when he says like watching a shitty VHS is almost like
It might be great.
It helps. It kind of helps cover that stuff up.
Okay,
you know
wait.
what I mean?
Take the shitty VHS, but somehow watch it on a 4K TV.
Okay.
Okay.
Which you can do,
that's the
apparently.
problem. That's the problem that I have is watching a movie on a big TV that was meant to be seen not that way. It's meant to be on a tube TV that's at most this big, or on a big screen.
Yeah.
In the movie theater. And I would love to watch, that is maybe something I would love, is to watch an original 1977 cut somehow
film
on a
print?
big screen.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that is the way. That's an experience.
You use
that
a
I
time
would pay.
machine, invent a time machine so that you can go back to 1977 and watch this.
Or just go to
in a
LA
theater.
and
I would-
wait till they screen it at the New Beverly.
Like I'd pay. It's like $100 ticket that I would buy.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
That
so, too.
I would be like, yes, I'm going to go do that. I would travel for it. I'd be like, no, I want to see this. And it's not because I'm a major Star Wars head, but it's because like this was a transcendent movie at the time. And I think to your point, it's like, yeah, the seams would be there, but it would have the proper glaze. I feel like it has to be like, it's got to feel so pure.
They've
I don't
just
know.
added things like if you go down a deep dive, so many YouTube channels do this. Like even the shot of R2D2, him and C3PO have parted ways in Tatooine, and R2D2's driving down in the middle of that valley. The original just shows just this kind of terrible looking valley and him in the distance. The new version has this sunset pan down. Like I need those. I like that. I like what they've done there.
No,
Where
and-
the original is gonna be like, oh, whatever. I think he's in a valley.
And so I want to be able to see the thing, the original, so I can agree with you.
Okay, cool.
That's what I want.
Yes.
Okay. Because like, there's been how many re-editions of this now? So there's 77. I think there was one in the 80s.
Yep.
There was 1990. Might have been 97. I
And
think
then like 2011
because it was a
or
20-year anniversary redone. Then there was the 2011. and then a 2019, I believe.
So you just it's
so
just
there's like 5-6 re-edits of this that have been redone, and yes, I believe they are showing us what they want us to see now in this movie. So that's what I'm kind of taking it as.
Because one on Disney is like the new.
It's pretty
It's
damn
whatever
good.
CGI
It's like
one.
2019.
Yeah. Which I think like little flourishes like that, like making the landscape
love those.
pop a little bit.
Yes.
But like the establishing shots of like Tatooine, where there's just so much, it's all busy going on. You know, it's like what. You can just tell in moments like that with like landscapes and like adding a sun or a moon or something like AJ, would you?
AJ, would you? Did you?
That I'm not too keen on, and obviously all the fucking like weird bantas and like
Yeah.
CGI bullshit.
But I'll tell you what. So when you're talking about some of the original flair, like even just these Jawas, I remember being terrified completely and utterly with these little Jawa creatures.
Oh yeah,
And all it is just a practical effect of having some like light eye bulbs in there, and that's awesome.
Look,
'Cause that is so sick.
All I could think about when I see those things then or now is like, God, I bet those things stink.
I think they do.
They're just in freaking heavy wool, and they just never take them off. And,
And
like,
what a terrible planet to live on. You got these little Jawas
Yeah.
that stink, and obviously
Oh, yeah,
they're
they
frightening.
stink.
Then you got
that
sand
ship
people.
smells like shit.
Oh, can you imagine what that fucking
what
ship
that
smells like?
shit- that rover thing.
But then you got sand people, which have to be like
Oh, they stink.
the incestual rednecks of the world, of the universe, kind of, because they're just like, they're like they can't talk. You know that underneath that, it's just the most It's like those families that live in West Virginia that you see the
it's
videos
the Hills
of.
Have Eyes.
The
people?
whites.
It is not, well, beyond that, like the incestual ones, the more incestual ones. But yeah, you know that these sand people have nothing going on other than like, me hit something. And then I go, fuck my brother.
I
Fuck my brother.
and make a baby.
That
So
was
we
a-
need to make babies.
That was one of the women, or
Well,
I like their rifles though; those are sick. I think those are rifles anyway.
but even the dumb stuff, like, did you read about how that when he does hit Luke, the sand guy does, all he did was he just put his rifle in the air, but for some reason, George Lucas wanted him to be going like this, so they sped up and rewound. They fast forwarded and rewounded him doing that so that it would look like he was doing that in the
Oh,
air.
are you
Have you ever
serious?
noticed
That's
that?
it?
Now that you know it, you see it go. It goes like it's it's just somebody on a dial. It's like you don't need that.
Oh, so he just did it once.
He did it one time
Okay,
and then
I
he
see.
made it
My
go back
God.
and forth so that it looked like that.
Yeah. Well, tricks of the trade.
tricks of the trade.
I do like. It's kind of funny to me anyway. C-3PO and R2D2's relationship, especially when they split up. It's just like literally like a friend breakup or any kind of breakup.
basically
It's-
like
It's
super
Harry
bad.
and Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
Exactly.
Terry and Lloyd is super bad. It's great.
yeah. He's
Okay,
just, I'm
okay.
not going on any more fucking adventures. I'm not going that way, dude.
Okay.
I'm done.
So now I need Crash Test Dummies music behind C-3PO R2D2 but fight. I'm sorry you never made a mistake.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be basically the Dumb and Dumber
Audio.
audio
put it
and
over-
lines, but
Yeah.
C3PO and R2D2.
Yeah. I love it.
And it's even like it's actually the parallels are so crazy because
Oh, it's
even
great.
when C3PO sees that little thing in the dunes, hello, hey,
Yeah.
Harry, like that's exactly what he's doing.
Oh, God, dude. I like C-3PO. I love that. I just there's something about this that so I don't know how this feels like it goes so fast, but like
It does.
because it in all honesty, like this is kind of boring to me. But at the same time, it goes. I think it's a testament to that editing, like you said, Sean. That's what it must be, because it feels like it goes by
they
fast
didn't.
enough.
They didn't bother to show when either of them got captured.
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to show that.
Yeah, all you need to
Two
see
robots
Is,
you don't need to see.
We don't need to see
Yeah.
them getting captured. Let's just
point.
get them in the ship
yeah,
and show these weird creatures. You know.
yeah.
Do you remember Luke being such a whiny little bitch?
I was going to Tosh Station to pick up some counter converters. Come
Yeah.
on, Dad.
Tashi Station.
Oh, you knew I was going.
God.
My friend Gibbs.
Is he supposed to be like 14 or something like that?
That young, you think?
Because I read something that like
they
Leia
go-
was only supposed to be like 19.
I think like military.
Are they
age.
twins?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're twins.
They're twins.
Oh, they
They're
are?
twins. They're
Okay.
born at
So
the same
then
time.
they're supposed to be, I think they're trying to say that like he just got out of what we would consider maybe high school.
Sure.
And he's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that phase of like he wants
17,
to
18.
leave.
Yeah.
He wants to leave and go to college,
Yeah.
the academy. But
I compare it to like The Patriot. Like when Heath Ledger wants to go, he's like 17. He's like, I'm 17. I should be
17.
able to go and do the thing. You know,
I need you here.
Yeah, well, I need you here. You're my son. And we just needed Mel Gibson in this movie.
We
guys.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a whiny little bitch in this movie.
He is.
He kind of is. I agree with you. I didn't realize it back then upon the watch, but
He's
now
our hero, right? But
Yeah.
like he doesn't feel like much of a hero in this standalone movie.
Yeah, he wants to go off and go to the academy where a
Which,
lot
by
of
the
his
way, is
friends
the
have gone
Imperial
to.
Academy, right? Like this is the evil academy he
No,
wants to go to.
Because he sees Gibbs again. Well, so there was a
Biggs?
Yeah,
Biggs, sorry.
Did you see that cut? There was
a cut
scene
of
in
this
the
film,
movie?
which I was saying, and which I flubbed over brutally. There was a cut of this film that just did not work whatsoever, and it had a lot of like taken out scenes, especially with like he went to like a rave with his friends.
That's right.
And Biggs was there,
Biggs.
And Biggs was like, "Yeah, I'm going off, man. Like, I hope to see you there sometime." Shit like
It
that.
turned into Dazed and Confused, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Much.
I guess it just didn't work, but like,
There was a shot of Luke looking through binoculars into the sky, watching the battle
that's
that was
right.
happening up there.
That's right. Kind of cool.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
But also, it looked really bad. I don't know if they hadn't gotten around to
It was
finishing
all like
it. but it
work
was-
prints and like all black and
Yeah.
white. They just hadn't like colored
Yeah.
it and anything yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of backstory and stuff that was kind of going on, and again, it's just kind of unnecessary.
Yes.
Sometimes you want that, but at the same time, it would have. It's a good thing they edited it out.
Yeah.
because it would have been drawn out, and we didn't need it. And all we need to know is that a lot of his friends have gone off to the academy. I don't believe it was. I think that it is a like. There's like the Empire, and then there's like the Senate, and I think it's that portion of the thing, like where the Empire is taking everything over, right?
I think like this. Didn't the Senate become the? We can't do it.
We can't do it.
do
I
not-
don't think
do-
we can
no,
do
no,
that.
no,
We
no.
can't-
So
we don't
anyway-
have time. We don't have time.
Ready? This is what we do. So it's kind of crazy to me because like Obi-Wan gives Luke the lightsaber and like Luke almost fucking kills
No, no,
Obi-Wan
it is
like when he
like-
turns that on. It's like he doesn't even know how to use it. How does he even know where the button is?
Dude. Well,
I don't even know where the button is on this thing.
That is what we do better than what we
You're
were
right.
just trying
What
to
the
do.
hell
guys.
what the hell are we thinking?
He does almost kill Obi-Wan.
He does. He's just straight up.
It's just
Fuck.
there's a moment where you're just like, he's just like, yeah, this is your dad's. It's pretty cool. Jesus, okay.
All right.
Hey, not that, but
It is a laser sword.
It's literally a laser sword. Okay. Whew. Okay.
This is such a great plot device that I didn't appreciate much when I first saw this, is that we know it's just so simple. We know Luke wants out of where he lives. We know that Obi-Wan now has information about Luke's dad that he wants. And we know there's a hot woman involved that he wants.
Hell yeah,
Nice, dude,
dog.
nice.
Which is why he literally spends 1 second grieving about his aunt and uncle who raised him from birth.
Yeah.
About
Right.
them being burnt to death and dead. He's like, I'm ready. I've been wanting to get out. Now I don't have to go through one more season. It's totally cool.
I think it all
Moisture
works.
farmers being torched to death, huh? Ironic. Well, see you later.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go.
There's this guy that I
avenge them.
actually have never met. I never met him. I just knew he was like an old hermit, weird guy, and he's my dad now.
He's puppy.
That is one thing that I wondered about. He talks about him like he's never really met him much. I wonder if he means old Ben Kenobi. He's an old hermit out there on the other side.
Weird.
He's a weird guy.
He's fucking
Smells.
It's
smells
Old
a
Man
little
Marley. Like that's how I kind of. That's how
Yeah.
they talk about him. It's like they see him sometimes and
Yeah.
weirds people out.
When he does meet Ben Kenobi, and they do the whole exchange of like Obi-Wan Kenobi's. It's like, are we all really just going along with the fact that we don't know that this is Obi-Wan Kenobi?
They
Like,
changed his first name, but not his last name.
they did a bad job of changing the first name. It's just Ben Kenobi, old Ben Kenobi, old Ben Kenobi, old Ben Kenobi, Obi Kenobi, Obi Kenobi, Obi
Hodor.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh my God. Hodor.
They don't even change Luke Skywalker's last name. Isn't that ending up being one of the most important names in the history of the galaxy? And they're like, it's fine.
Wasn't there someone named Anakin Skywalker?
No, dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Skywalker. No, that's all right. Whatever.
I do love like some certain shots in this, like him going out in the sunset, the two suns.
Dude.
It's just fucking beautiful.
And
it really works. Like that, whatever effect that was, that works so well.
I think I rewound that part where it's like when he's like disappointed he can't go off to the academy.
Yeah.
And he sees the two moons or whatever, the sun, the moons. And you have that score over this.
That's
beautiful.
like Luke's theme, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of his theme. Yeah.
I rewound that like a couple different times. I was just like, God, it's just if there was a picture of feelings
Yes.
in the dictionary, it would be that.
Well, and it's
right
great
there.
because he didn't speak, which if he would have had a line from
Yeah.
George Lucas here with his poor delivery at this point of his career, it would have completely ruined this scene. Instead, they're just like, stay right there,
Yeah.
look sad, put the music over it.
George did have a line where I told the audience how I felt rather than them just looking at my face and trying to feel how I felt.
One day I'll make it to the academy. No, cut. Can you do it with more intensity?
Yeah, okay.
Can you
What?
say, wow, it's amazing to see two moons and suns?
Wow, it's amazing to see two moons and suns.
No, cut. Can you do that? Can you try it one more time?
Yeah, like with like, what do you want?
Just
George is okay.
make
We're
it
just going to put
intense.
music
It's
over
amazing to
Well-
see a world with two moons and two suns.
okay. That'll probably work.
That was the same thing. It was literally the same
No,
thing.
we got it. We got it.
We got it on that one.
No,
though.
we got it. Yep.
Okay.
But that'll be fine.
it. I do. I'll tell you one
Is
thing.
everyone okay with me being here? Just after every take.
Every day he walks on set. Are you guys sure you want to be here? Is it okay if
Hey
I'm
guys,
here?
good to be here. Is it okay that I'm here? Is it okay I'm here today? Okay.
There's one more. There's one more thing I want to bring up that was interesting upon this rewatch. As a kid, you're always thinking about how powerful the Force is, and like the Force is the cool thing, and like and I wish I had the Force and I could do it. But this conversation that he's talking about with the guy that designed the the Death Star is actually interesting to me because he's literally Darth Vader saying, "Do you really think that this Death Star is more powerful than the Force?"
Oh yeah.
And as a kid, you're like, yeah, he's totally right. But you're like, the Force is literally helping you almost choke a guy to death. The Death Star blew up a planet of 2 billion people in 1 second.
Yep.
It's like the idea that, do you really think that your nuclear submarine with 7 nuclear warheads is more powerful than prayer?
Excuse me.
Are you serious?
I can pray a step away.
I found it very interesting that was glossed over completely by me at younger ages.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the Death Star is way more powerful than the Force.
Excuse me. I've got vibes. Okay. That's
There's literally nothing more powerful than good vibes.
I've got serious vibes going on.
T's
here,
and
guys.
P's will get over any kind of Death
That's what
Star.
I'm saying,
Dude,
man.
All the
Like,
people on
Thoughts and prayers,
Andor
baby.
can.
Yeah.
They were praying really hard when that laser came down. And
dude, Death Star, I'm all about like Life Star right now. That's my vibe.
Dude, we need to like switch this up, huh?
Yeah.
Like we need Life Star, not Death Star. Come on, dude.
Our pockets ain't empty. Empty pockets, not.
Empty pockets, huh? No, I like the whole Death Star thing, like the whole idea of them like blowing this place up. It's pretty underwhelming. I gotta say, guys.
they haven't even blown it up yet, and I'm still looking at this Death Star going, no, that's pretty powerful.
Well, we've got this is in the scene though, right, where they've already blown it up.
No.
No.
Okay, well then I'll wait.
Let's do scene 2. So Luke and Obi-Wan go to Mos Eisley. I probably said that wrong.
Mos
I'm gonna leave it.
Eisley.
I'm not gonna-
Gosh.
Jesus.
They go to Mos Def Eisley.
Leave it in.
After a run-in at the bar, they hire smuggler Han Solo and his Wookiee co-pilot Chewbacca to fly them to Alderaan aboard the Millennium Falcon. As they depart, depart Tatooine, they evade Imperial forces and make the jump to hyperspace. Meanwhile, on the Death Star, Grand Moff Tarkin uses the station's super laser to destroy Alderaan in an attempt to force Leia to reveal the Rebel base's location. When the Falcon arrives, they find Alderaan obliterated and are captured by the Death Star's tractor beam.
Is it Millennium Falcon or Millennium Falcon?
Well, they say Leia and Leia throughout the entire movie,
Yeah.
so it does not matter.
well,
Falcon.
it's
What's a Falcon?
Siri is saying Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
But
it's
like,
Falcon.
but like when Han Solo says it, Millennium Falcon,
I think
he
it's
says
just-
it that
I
way.
think it's just the
George
way.
Lucas probably told him to say it like that.
Can you say it? Can you say it a little different?
Falcon?
Falcon.
That's it.
It's Millennium Falcon.
Did you Falcon?
Can you say it different?
Falcon.
No, different than that.
Falcon.
Yeah, okay.
Phil?
Yeah, okay. Let's try that. But just more intensity.
Millennium Falcon. Shit.
It's Falcon.
No, that's fine. It's
No,
fine.
that was
Well,
good.
no,
I clearly flubbed it.
no, it's okay. We'll use that. We're gonna use
Okay.
that. We're gonna use that one.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna use that one. It's okay, Lemire.
Everyone good?
I love the bar scene is my favorite. Was one of my favorites.
Dude,
Yeah.
is this the most kick-ass Halloween party of all time? Like, I want to be there.
Next time I walk into a Halloween party, it better just be hopping with.
So my question is this a cover song or an original?
Oh, this
Like, is this a cover band playing a song that is popular in the galaxy,
I
or,
think-
or are they playing their
I
original
think it's just
music?
straight up chill jazz, and like they just are kind of improving.
Max
It's
Zebo-
an
it's a
open
jam
mic
band.
night. It's an
Yeah.
open mic night.
Yeah.
I think Max Zebo is a jam band, but I think that they do covers.
Right. It just depends on maybe
You'll
like
have to
this
ask.
is Tuesday night. Tuesday night's usually the service industry crowd coming
Right.
in, so they're like, we just do jams.
Yeah.
But when it's Friday night and the bachelorette parties are rolling in, we got to do the covers.
Yeah,
Right,
We got
right.
we got to hit some T Swift, and we got to hit some of the Sabrina
100%.
The Sabrina.
Teenage
The
Witch,
Sabrines.
whatever it is.
Yeah. I think, but like the looking around, like, and again, I watched a lot of ABs from like the 77 version to like, they did a lot, most of the comparisons were to like the 2011, I think, because that's when a lot of the changes were really added in. A lot of the
For this
CGI
whole city.
for a
and
lot of the city,
even
and,
the extended version of them
Yeah.
coming into town, and it
Right.
shows that scene of
Yeah,
like
I don't like
the
it.
robot fighting a little robot and going. I was like,
How's that go?
it's really fucking good.
Wow.
Dude. Jesus,
don't ask me to do it again because
Fucking-
that's as good as it's ever
fucking
been.
impressions over here. We didn't know we had this ace in the hole this whole time.
Of just Star Wars
No,
Foley.
it's just weird.
Fuck.
I'm halfway through a beer in Sudsing. Like that's how you're gonna get it.
Dude. No, like the whole series of them coming in. And I don't want to skip over the first time we really get to see the Force in action with him like diverting these
yeah.
Dude,
guards.
still one of my favorite moments in the entire Star Wars series.
These are
Yeah.
not the droids you're looking for. These aren't the droids we're looking for.
He's kind of doing.
They're for
this with the
sale
thing.
if you'd like them. You know, I love the
How
way
long
they
you
play
had?
this.
3 or 4 seasons. They're for sale if you want them.
Yeah. And then it's like, you don't need to see his identification. We don't need to see his identification. But if you were one of the other guards, you'd be like, why are you saying what he said?
What's going on?
Why?
Yeah, because he's only
He's only doing it to one
mentoring
guy.
to the one guy.
yeah, he's just like,
Dude, you're letting he's saying stuff and then you're saying it. What's going on?
It's like-
he's the captain, dude.
it's like, I don't know. I feel like we should definitely check his identification. It's just like, she's got to go through every single one of these guys. No, you don't need to say his identification. It's like,
We don't need to see
we
his
don't need to see it.
identification.
And
Wait,
then,
no,
like,
you probably should.
Then the guy he like switched off from is like back to is like, no, we definitely need to see his identification.
He forgot to hold the force on him, and he let him get back in the conversation.
He's trying to keep a hold. He's like, this is where you could really come in handy, Luke, okay? If you just fucking learn and do some shit.
Jesus.
But it's a great idea that it only works on the weak-minded. I love that thought. That it's not just this thing that you can just control everybody to do what you want. It's got to be a weak-minded person.
I think the Force is really manipulative.
Yeah, I think
I think
Yeah.
it's just gaslighting.
You know, you
Gaslight.
can use the force for evil too.
You
know?
can. I think it's just, men are just using it to gaslight us.
if you're just
Would you just Just shut up.
You know what? It's really like I'm just feeling like some narcissistic energy coming off of you. Okay, from this.
You are not feeling narcissistic energy coming off me.
Are you gaslighting me?
No. You are not.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, I'm not.
Sick.
Oh, I'm not.
You might have seen.
Now you're gonna let me go to work without saying anything.
You get to go to work because you're the man, and I got to stay home.
I would stay home with my kids all day. With my kid
I would
all
totally.
day if I could. Just saying.
I just love the bar too. To be back on that, like I love how it's just business as usual. Somebody's arm gets chopped off, and everybody goes, "Yeah." Anyway,
This is
cool.
where like the Kurosawa and the Western influence comes
Yes.
in
This
so
is-
so much.
This is great for like that Western vibe. This is where did you guys ever watch any of the Mandalorian
Yeah.
stuff? So serious, like hardcore Western vibes coming out, like, but then you realize like this is where it stems from though for the Star Wars
totally.
world. They like walking into the saloon, the doors opening up, walking up to the bar, ordering a drink, and having that.
Luke's never ordered a drink in his life. He grabs the bartender's shirt and says, "Hey,
Do that today, you're gonna get your hand
You're
broken.
gonna-
Yeah.
By the chick working behind the bar.
By the
just
the butt cheek alien.
pig
butt cheek
face
mouth
butt
alien.
cheek man."
yep.
I mean, are we just gonna go ahead and do that?
Yeah.
If we were on a train to go punch a face, I'm on board.
That's what I'm talking about.
There's a lot of punchable faces in this movie. I think, so Alex Navarro said Luke when he's being whiny, which is the whole movie.
Yeah.
Any Tuscan Raider is what Nick Mad said. Caleb K said the pig face and his friend here.
Yeah.
I would normally say pig face and his friend here, even maybe Greedo. Like Greedo's pretty weird looking, but I'm going to tell you the most annoying character in the history of any Star Wars film is C-3PO.
Oh wow.
I've never found C-3PO a likable character in any moment of the franchise.
Is it just because like you describe him like if he was a human, you just describe him as he's just kind of a bitch.
He's just a fucking little bitch,
He's just
dude.
kind of a little
Do we
bitch.
have to bring C-3PO?
Do we
does
have
he
to?
have to come
Does
to the
he
pool
have
party?
to be here?
Does he have to
Yeah.
be here? I mean, really, he does. R2D2 does better without him.
He's trying to leave him. He's like, R2D2's like, I'm taking care of business.
Yeah.
Bachman Turner Overdrive's playing in my head.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to get this message to this bitch.
You know what really turns my Bachman overdrive?
What?
Not hanging out with C-3PO.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's my punchable face.
All right, that's a good one. That's a damn good one. It's well thought out. I still want to punch Pigface.
yeah, I
Yeah,
do
he
too.
deserves it.
I
I'm
do.
sorry. I just like
And he's the type that like he's saying that I'm wanted on 7 galaxies. Like he's gloating
Yeah.
yes.
that he's like such a bad dude. Like fuck that guy.
He doesn't like you. Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
He doesn't like how you sound.
His reactions are pretty great. He doesn't like you. I'm sorry. That's all he says.
I just got here,
I
man.
literally just walked in the door and just got my glass of of alcohol milk, whatever the fuck this
Yeah.
is, and I just got that, and now you're sticking your pig nose in my face. It's like I don't like you. It's like, well, I don't-
Okay.
Look, I'm just stoked that they didn't ID me.
yeah, exactly.
This
Like,
is awesome.
I thought he was talking about me earlier, but apparently it was the droids. So
Yeah.
that was pretty
Yeah,
dope.
there you go, man.
So, you know what? I actually have another punchable face. He's standing at the bar, and it's the guy who's constantly standing with like the little pipe in his mouth, and he turns around and he's like, "Wow, I guess that's what happens when you mess with that."
Oh, we'll write about this later.
Most everybody in that bar is punchable.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, but I do like going back on like the Western vibes. We do meet our like outlaw now.
Yeah, buddy.
in,
Good Paul.
in
Yeah.
Han Solo, and I mean, also, what can you say about this performance? It's just it's one of the coolest
No one else
characters
could be him, man.
of all time, and he does it perfectly.
Well, and Sean, that's where I find this weird. I never knew anything about this whole like, did Han shoot first Greedo thing until recently.
Yeah.
It just never was a thing that I talked about with anyone or anyone brought up to me. But the more you dive into it, you find out that like in the original cut, Han just shoots him.
Han just shoots him
He
cold-blooded.
Just cold-blooded shoots this guy.
Not even cold-blooded. He says he's going to kill him.
Correct.
Greedo says he's going to kill him, and he fucking shoots him before he can.
He says, over my dead body. He says, that's the idea. And then he says, Greedo says something
In another language or whatever.
in the other language.
Pincha, pinche.
Ocho pincho vaca bancocari. He's Italian.
Yes, he
Greedo. Yeah, we get it.
Guido?
No, it's Greedo.
Whoa, I thought
Okay.
you said that.
It's Greedo with a hard R.
But that's what's so weird about it. He does shoot him in the original. Then they make a remake to where Credo or whatever shoots him first.
Yeah.
Han moves his head and then shoots him.
Yeah.
And then they make another one where they like both fire at the same time. And I find this to be so dumb.
I do too.
That they said that because Han just shot him, that it wouldn't make us like Han Solo, or that it would ruin like the PG rating of the movie,
Or like take away from like us his likability, which doesn't whatsoever, because he's a character that gets things done and is out for money.
he's not
Until he's not.
Yes,
you
he's
know?
not like a protagonist of this movie.
Yeah.
He's like a fence rider, and I like that.
Exactly.
I like Han so much more than I like Luke Skywalker because he's got depth of character, and he's got like, dude, I gotta make money. I owe money. Like, this guy's gonna kill me, and I gotta do this. So fuck it. I'm gonna shoot this guy, and then I'm gonna tip the bartender to clean
my
up the
way
mess
out.
because I'm a nice guy.
And I'm
right.
fucking cool as shit.
I'm
I've
fucking
never understood
badass.
the whole like why this was a thing and why they cared so much about it.
I don't know. He plays this up so well. I actually think it detracts from the whole idea that they maybe fired at each other is still plausible in the original, even though they say like
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff will say Han just fires off like randomly. It's like, well, technically, you could still say that they both shot their guns. They finally made the cut so that way it looks as though, and they even cut out about 10 frames
Yeah.
to make it so that it's all the same cohesion. They just added in that both of them fired, and that's what I like. And that's my version of this.
They both fired at the
that
same
they
time.
both fired at the same time. The only part of it that I don't like is that the way they made Han's head move.
It's literally terrible, and like
It's not good because it's just
yeah,
it's so
it's
such a-
CGI
yeah.
too. It's just, like they like why? Just stop doing this. And even that laser looks fucking stupid
Yeah.
too. Like hitting the
Just
wall.
leave it.
How could you miss from fucking right here between you and I, Mike? You know, like how could you
You're
miss?
clearly some big time bounty hunter guy
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
does this for a living. He's standing right there. What the
Yeah.
fuck are we doing?
No, I
have
just
to think.
I like how Han, the way he, I think originally wrote it is that Han's just a cold motherfucker who gets things done.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he just
Blast
got
him.
the payday of a lifetime that he's got to go to.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is terrible timing for this fucker to show up. So you know what? You're dead. I'm
Yeah.
moving on.
I love how he's just doing like, well, I don't have the money with me. Kind of playing with the wall. He's like distracting him up here so he can unlatch his gun. It's just fuck. That's so good.
There's so many great things about Han Solo. In fact, I read this is the nerds talking, so don't at me. But that when he says something about he's like, did the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs? You can actually see Obi-Wan kind of like goes like that and like laughs at him. That you initially would think like, oh wow, there's a thought out there that a parsec is actually a measure of distance and not time, and that Han is just saying words that these guys clearly don't understand because 12 it made the Kessel run in less than 12 distances. You know, like it should have been more of a time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why Obi-Wan, who knew that, Luke doesn't know what a parsec is, but Obi-Wan's like, what are you talking about? You know, like he kind of called him out on it, I guess. A little bit of a
can see
nerd
that, yeah.
nerd scene there, but that's kind of funny to me.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck's a parsec?
And like
I know it. I'm looking it up now. I have to know what a parsec is. This is a shit like we can't like when you get into theories about this stuff. I'm not a Star Wars head. I'm not a Harry Potter head. I'm not like a Lord of the Rings person. But if you get me going on the lore, I'm just like, I need to know. I have to know what the fuck this is. Now I need to know what a fucking parsec is, Mike.
Well,
God damn it.
guess we're gonna have to wait at least 3 parsecs to find out.
Unit of distance used to measure the vast distances between planets and star systems. 1 parsec is equal to about 30 trillion kilometers.
So how do you make a run in a distance? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that's what's really funny about that. Maybe we're totally wrong, and that is
Well, don't they say in like
Han Solo mistakenly uses parsec unit as a measurement of time instead of distance.
there you go.
Oh.
And Obi-Wan goes, what are you talking about?
But
doesn't
don't they
anything.
say like in like running or like distance things or like whatever races, relays, whatever, they did that in less than 3 paces, you know, like that kind of thing, or like 3 car lengths.
Yeah, that's
So-
if you're racing someone, but
Like,
yeah,
that's
whatever.
what it seems like. Is
But you would want to
Yeah.
be more than X parsecs,
Sure.
not less.
sure.
This is interesting.
fun, isn't it?
That's fun. That's fun. I like that a lot.
Well, let's move away
Is this
from
fun?
something not fun, and let's
Okay.
talk
Okay.
about Jabba the Hutt's
Okay.
introduction to this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't realize this, but the original does not even have Jabba the Hutt in it.
Yeah, it just makes mention of him.
It makes a mention of Jabba the Hutt, and actually, I guess they did shoot it. It was a
Yes.
guy. It was
Yeah.
just a guy.
I watched the whole thing.
It's very interesting.
Interesting.
But the fact that they decided that they had to add this in kind of pisses me off.
Yep. This is where I was like, honestly, taking away from the movie.
This
George,
is,
George, you got lucky.
Yeah.
And you invented this universe that somehow worked out.
Leave it alone.
Shut the fuck up and
Yep.
leave it alone. And let everyone else run with it.
I really believe, like, honestly, they could have left in the original, like, human one.
Yeah,
And
I
it would
wouldn't
have been
care.
just fine.
Yeah.
They just didn't. It was supposed to be a stop motion thing in the original one. Didn't pan out. They ran out of time, budget, whatever you want to call it, or pin it on. But they shot it with a person stand in. It was Declan Mulholland was the guy, and I watched the whole scene, and it's good. It's a good scene between Han and him. And it makes a lot of, like, at the very end of it now, even though they replaced him with what we know now as Jabba the Hutt, he still says, "You're a wonderful human being,"
Yeah.
which makes it like a weird joke, and it's just kind of weird.
Oh, yeah. That's super weird.
So it's like, I don't know. The first time they digitally put him in, it looked terrible. Then they finally, now the version we probably watched on Disney is like, finally it's like revamped
still
and a
just
little bit
Jabba.
better, but it still doesn't look great.
I agree with you. It's a well written scene. It's like a gangster scene
Yeah.
where like this guy works for this head honcho gangster head of the gang guy.
Yeah.
You know, and he's trying to talk himself away just for a minute and like give himself a little bit of time so he doesn't send another Greedo after him, you know.
He has to do it again. He has to start putting his finger
Yeah.
on the Falcon going, well, I don't have it now.
I don't have it with me. No, but I think, surprisingly, I think it is actually kind of an important scene, but it's unfortunate that, I don't know, it just got washed over, and it got brought back in just such a weird way.
Yeah.
I wish they would have kept the original guy.
And also, like, are we to believe that the Death Star is like one of a kind, right? This whole technology of this machine blowing up planets. We've never blown up a planet yet.
Right.
We want to demonstrate its power. It blows up Alderaan.
Right.
And then we've got the Falcon going through hyperspace, coming out of hyperspace into a meteor field that was never there. It's so crazy to me how fast they're like, can't you see the planet's been blown up? Like they know right away that a planet has been blown up, and that is what all these pieces are.
Yeah.
But this has never happened in the history of the galaxy up until this point.
It's a good point. It's like, and this is a part of the pacing that gets a little bit off for me, because they blow up the planet, like, and she's upset about it a little bit, but then it's like
Subtle.
it blows up and like it just the explosion looks cool, but then it just cuts, and it just cuts to Obi-Wan. He's like, it's like, thousands of souls are just screamed, and it's just like, okay, that's it. They just blew up a fucking planet.
That's the end of what we care about Alderaan.
That is just, it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like that, it's hard to think that they didn't make a bigger deal out of it somehow. But then again, I guess I'm not bothered by it because they're not bothered by it.
Right.
Other than
How
the
long
fact
do you
that-
want this movie to be?
I know that's well. How
I
long do you want this
feel
episode to be.
I feel the weight of it enough where like she's trying to get him to get out of it. You know, maybe she doesn't like fall to the floor crying as much as she should be for like her entire planet being destroyed and shit. But even them like showing up into the asteroid or like the remnants of the planet really works for me because Obi-Wan's or like Alec McGinnis' performance here is actually really great because once they do see the Death Star, he's like, that's no moon. His
eyes get really wide.
Yeah, he's like, turn this motherfucker around. Right now.
Yeah. Maybe
No,
we should.
We got to go. Like, we got to get the fuck out of here, you know?
Yep.
I don't know. That works for me, and I like the mystery of it too because we're following different perspectives throughout this whole movie, and that's what this series does as well. You know, we're following Leia's perspective, seeing her planet getting blown up, and then these guys' perspective of like, what the fuck? Like this
Didn't know anything about it.
Didn't detect an asteroid field. What the hell's going on? And Obi-Wan being like the Force guy, you know, knowing like, well, that's probably what I felt. There used to be a planet right here.
Yeah.
It all worked. It all like it's kind of a mystery and comes together for the characters well for me to like not be like being hit over the head with it.
Yeah.
I think it works.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, for some reason I got hung up on that a little bit during these rewatches.
Mm-hmm.
That's like whole planet was done, and it feels like if you were going to do that like any other time, you'd basically be seeing like those flashes of Terminator 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It would be.
yeah.
Those kinds of scenes, but they just don't. They don't give any. They don't give anything to attach to that planet.
Every 2 billion people, everyone you've ever known, the history of your world, the peacefulness of your world, the art that was created, the children, the elderly were gone in an instant. And even at the end of this movie, they're like, we're having a ceremony with medals. Woo! Woo! I don't know where we're going to live from here on out, but at least we made it, huh?
Tatooine ain't bad.
Not bad.
Bad.
It ain't bad.
We'll go in that town and cleanse it, and we'll set up some like TJ Maxx's and shit.
TJ Maxx's?
Yeah.
Put a Chili's there?
We're gonna put a Texas Roadhouse right over here. All right.
All right.
This little coffee shop. It'll be fine.
Right over here.
So scene 3, the group hides on board and infiltrates the station while Obi-Wan sneaks off to disable the tractor beam. Disguised as stormtroopers, Luke and Han rescue Leia from her cell, and the group escapes through a trash compactor before regrouping with the droids. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan confronts Darth Vader in a lightsaber duel. Obi-Wan sacrifices himself, allowing the others to escape the station.
This is, I think, the best scene in the movie.
Which one?
Just the whole Death Star siege and them
Once
trying
they
to
got
escape.
on there? Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so much fun, except for Obi-Wan. Because every time they come back to him, like, wait, what was he doing?
Well, they don't really tell you, right? They kind of go, he's going to disable the
suck,
tractor beam.
The suck zone.
The suck zone.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's gone from suck to blow.
But you're right. It's almost like he knew. It's almost like this was all planned out in a weird way. That he knew that Darth Vader was going to be there. He knew that he had to disable the tractor beam, and he knew that he was going to lose himself to Darth Vader to become more powerful than you could ever imagine. But there's just so many underlying things. It's like he knew this was going to happen, but Darth Vader even says, "Oh, you know what? Like maybe we can even use Leia to our advantage." So Vader at this point already knows he wants to let them go. Obi-Wan wants to like sacrifice himself so they can get out of here. It seems like, as cool of a scene this is, that none of this needs to even happen. Or does that make sense? Because Vader knows he wants to let them go. He even says that. He goes, you know what? She may yet be of use to us. I'm assuming that he knows if he lets her go away, they'll follow her with the tractor beam.
Yeah.
Or with the tracking device. So it's like such a great scene, but it's also like none of this needed to happen.
Well, I think it all leads up to the way that he can be okay with them, with letting them go.
Yeah.
Where he like would rather them all die right here, right now. But that now that they did get away, he knows one of them's got a tracking device or whatever. She'll lead us right to where the rebel base is.
Isn't that again a mistake number 2 here? First mistake was them not blowing up the escape pod and blowing up the plans for the Death Star. Now they could just kill them all right now, and there's no plans for the Death Star anymore getting back to the rebel base.
Well, they still don't know that where the plans are.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. They can't kill them all, especially Leia.
Don't they know it's in the droids or
I don't
no?
think they know
I don't
that.
think
I don't
they
think
do
they
yet.
know that it's in
Okay.
the droid yet at this point.
Then that makes a little more sense to me, because at the same time I'm just like, man, this seems like a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Like, let's give them the plans to the Death Star, but then now we know where they are. Instead, it's like, let's just never let the plans get out of here.
Yeah, it seems like they have the idea that the plans are on or at the rebel base to some degree already. You know,
Maybe, yeah.
Or that Leia
that's why
wouldn't-
they want to get led to the rebel base.
If she still has them in her possession, she would probably head straight to the rebel base to
Yeah.
give them to him. You know?
Yeah,
They just want to find. They want Leia to lead them to the rebel base. That's the reason they let her go. Let them.
yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is just fucking kill everybody. Because then the rebel base will never have the plans and we'll never be able to figure out how to figure it out.
They still want to squash out the base.
Rebels. I mean, the rebels will still be out there. They
Yeah.
might have the plans, but the rebels. They just want to kill all the rebels.
Kill the rebels.
Kill the rebels.
Rabble.
But
Obi-Wan needed Luke to see him die to get Luke to want to join the Force.
That's
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say too. Is he?
Read all this, by the way.
No,
that's
no.
fine.
Don't you fucking touch it.
Don't you touch that bullshit.
The idea that like Obi-Wan, I mean, that door opens on purpose. He's standing there in front of Luke on purpose. He looks over and he sees him and he's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, because he says, "If you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine." And he does, and he just disappears.
yeah.
He becomes one with the Force.
Well, you know what? Too on top of that, not only will he become more powerful, but he sees Luke and he sees Leia next to Luke.
Right. That's it.
And
yeah.
I know we're not talking about like
Shut
the
up, dude.
lore of it.
Shut up.
And like the sequels involved, but he sees the siblings reunited.
They're
and he's
connected.
like, okay, I can go.
But also go back to 1977. You have they never explain why Kenobi did this or how he's going to become more powerful by dying and why he disappeared. You just had to go on pure faith of what he said at this
like
point.
pretty much Jesus Christ just got killed.
We have
know.
no clue what happened to this guy.
Yeah.
And why he wanted to die. Because in this standalone movie, he just died.
And
It
even
disappeared.
Vader's like confused. He's like
He is,
stepping on his
right?
robe, like the fuck just happened.
He's like,
man?
God, he's like, God. He
Usually like cuts people in half. It's pretty fucking gross. But
He like let me do that to
there's
him.
really no cleanup here. It's actually
Well,
kinda
let me
rules.
turn around. Ah, shit! The door closed.
oh shoot.
But a lot more fun stuff happens in this scene. I like one of the iconic scenes for me, or like this is where we get more of like Luke and Han
Yeah.
working together and like becoming a team, and like Leia even fucking becomes a badass here, and she's like, I'll fucking shoot at him and take care of him, you know.
Spaceballs.
The fucking the garbage chute scene is one of my favorite scenes in the entire world. Like I love how they're trying to figure out how to get out of here. Just the set and everything is so charming. Just the weird fucking bullshit that's in there.
Yeah.
That trash compactor scared the shit.
Oh
out of me.
yeah, I really thought trash compactor was gonna be the bigger problem in my life, dude. 100%. Just the same as the garbage trucks from Ninja Turtles. I was like, no, I'm gonna find myself. There's gonna be a lot of rooms with collapsible walls.
Well, and that's the thing.
what's gonna happen.
Of-
in my
of
life.
all
I was
the-
like, oh, don't go in that room.
Of all the scary things that's happening in here, it's not the walls that are going to crush me. It's not this creature that's going to pull me under. It's whatever the juice is.
Oh, it's the juice.
Whatever the fucking juice is in
Yeah.
there makes me terrified.
It's the juice. Yeah.
That's not water, guys. That's garbage juice.
It's piss, and there's some piss in there.
There's some piss in there.
There's some
there's some shit water.
there's some
like-
debugles.
Yeah.
Like
You know?
in Trailer Park Boys, that's where I got my cat's name, Sergeant Meowenstein. Bubbles says Sergeant Meowenstein was drinking trash juice again. It's trash juice. And everybody knows what trash juice smells like. So if you can imagine what
This
these
is
fuckers smell like. in
Some
there.
leftover like head from like beers, you know, like just like the shit that
This
like
is what-
is mixed with spit.
They had their quarterly meeting party, like right after they blew up Alderaan. They
Yeah.
all had keg beer, and then everybody was shitting
Yeah.
in their trash cans.
I mean, it's one of those things like, you guys ever take a shit that's like really just so terrible that you just kind of apologize to Andy Dufresne
Yes.
from Shawshank
Yeah.
for no reason. That You're
Yeah.
just like, man, he had to crawl through that.
Yeah.
And that's what's in this water.
You kind of have to add Han,
Yeah.
Leia, and Skywalker to this conversation.
Now you have to add it to them because
Yeah.
I think on the Death Star, their shit and trash all goes down the same
It's
tube.
the Death Star.
It's the Death Star.
Wait, I have something very interesting to bring up to you. I never thought about this until someone brought this up, but how does gravity work on the Death Star?
Don't know.
No, because like if
I've
you think
thought
about
about it.
Death Star being a circle and you think about the Earth,
Yeah.
you know, once
People
you
walk
get
around
through
on outsides.
Yes, you can walk around. So, like, people at the bottom of the Death Star, are they upside down from people at the top of the Death Star?
Yeah.
And is there a place where, like, gravity shifts over in the middle? Or
Is it all just like level?
Or is it all just like
it all
from
just
the bottom
levels?
to the top, and it's just levels on
Because
the
that's how
inside?
I've always seen it.
Yeah.
No, in my brain, I pictured it like a fucking, like people were upside down at
Yeah.
the bottom.
Like a 2001 Space Odyssey thing where she like literally walks up, like around the circle.
I think it's an extremely important question
I think it's
in the
an
Star Wars
important question.
universe.
That means like everything is like the closer you get in, the more rounded things are. You're just like,
Yeah, the
you don't want to
corners.
go. Don't want. Oh yeah, those are the core people. You don't want to deal with
You
that.
don't want to go to the
Those-
core office, people.
There's a special breed down there,
And they're the ones
cores.
that have to stand in the tunnels where the destroying of a planet laser goes down, and they just go
right.
get out of the way. Oh,
Yeah. Those guys are dangerously close to a death ray.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of seems a little.
it's
bit,
only one of four.
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
it's
need
like
all
one of-
four.
It's like one of 6 or
Yeah.
something like, and then it'll connect for one
Yeah.
big laser.
Pretty fucking awesome, dude.
They're like, fuck yeah, dude.
It's sick.
I do not want to skip over the breakout though of Leia.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's a perfectly crafted like breakout where they kind of pretend like, he's loose, oh no, and then he comes back, he's like, we're all fine here, everything's fine.
Yes.
We had some stuff that happened, but everything's fine now. We're fine.
how are you?
How are you?
How are you?
I'm just like the whole time, like, why is he doing that voice?
Did you read about that? No. He purposely, there was like lines of dialogue for him there that he refused to read.
Oh,
he
shit.
just knew what he was supposed to kind of say,
Yeah.
and so he just wanted to make it up on the fly as if he were on the fly making that up.
It
and it
works.
comes out so perfect.
It comes out so much better. It's just funny that he chooses a voice like that. Like is that how they sound in the Death Star?
Almost like a George impression, to be
know.
honest. This is what it sounds like. How are you?
Is it okay that I'm
hey.
here?
Actually, no, it's not.
We just want to let you know that we are down here. We hope that's okay.
There's a reactor core leak.
Negative. We have a reactor leak. It's pretty bad. We're getting it cleaned up
Who
now.
is
We don't
this?
need help.
It reminded me of our next week's movie that we're covering of like Steve Martin in The Jerk.
Oh yeah.
The way he acts, I'm like, that's literally like the same kind of comedy right here.
Same guy.
It
I
really
loved
is. It's a very funny departure. It kind of makes you, because a lot of people did get hung up like on the new movies, even the newest movies about how there's like some comedy injected into them, and it's like, yeah, remember this? Hello, like there's
thing's
funny,
kind of funny.
There's some funny aspects in this too. Like, and Han Solo is kind of at the root of a lot of it.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. Like, hey, don't forget where this all came from.
Don't fucking forget.
Don't fucking
Have you
forget.
seen the original?
I
mean, number 4?
Have you seen?
Fuck.
Have you seen A New Hope?
I also
Hurts.
love like there's a scene where it's Leia and Skywalker. They are like, it's that bridge thing.
Yeah.
Like he tries a grappling hook or whatever. Or no, sorry, it's when Obi-Wan's going to the controls. And
Are you
those
talking
two-
about the two?
those two, the bullshitting stormtroopers are amazing.
Dude, yes.
Fucking love it.
That might be my favorite depiction of stormtroopers
Yeah.
and why they're not good at doing things.
Is this another drill? I don't know. Well, anyway, you seen the new VT-36?
Dude, this is
I saw the other guys talking
humanized
about
the
it.
goons
Yes.
in this fucking core. Like I didn't realize like this is basically where humanize the goons really comes from, because these guys are literally just on shift.
There's absolutely no reason for this scene
No,
at all.
Nobody's ever down here.
that was ever down here. It's bullshit.
I'm just glad I'm working with you tonight, Jim. You know?
Yeah. Like it's funny because there's a lot of bullshit jobs like on the Death Star.
Yeah.
It's basically like it's like an Amazon warehouse.
It is.
Yes.
It's basically what it is. There's just
Everyone's
a lot of bullshit.
underpaid.
Yep.
No fucking benefits.
Like you live, sleep, like you eat here, everything. Like you're literally like on what do we call it? Like why can't I think of the word?
Submarine.
Well, it's like yeah, that's very much what do they call it when you're like you're a soldier and a tour?
Yeah.
That's what
You're
it
on
is.
tour. Yeah.
It's like you're
You're
just
on a you're a
just on
cruise ship
tour.
employee.
Yeah, you're
You're basically
what
a
the
cruise
Death
ship
Star
employee.
is.
The Death Star is a cruise ship, and you signed up for a 6-month tour on the Death Star.
Like the band's not even playing tonight.
Commercials.
There's no band playing tonight, man.
Oh God. Just like I imagine like the commercials, like the hype
Sign up
commercials
for the
about
Death
this.
Star. It's a really good time.
It's like the Death Star cruises.
The Venga
Carnival
Boys?
Cruise guy is fucking
It's the cruise director
the
going,
St. Louis guy, the Six Flags guy.
Come on, the Death Star.
just come on in Death Star. You have a great time.
We have 96 pools.
Sometimes you go upside down when you go to the bottom of it.
It's kind of crazy.
But it feels like you're good because gravity. You know?
We have 8 restaurants. Most of them are the same.
Our own gravity making machine too.
gravity making machine. Unfortunately, there's only one ice cream machine in the place, but we do have 3 death rays that come into one and can destroy planets.
24-hour pizza bar.
24-hour pizza bar. Come on out.
They got a CC's Pizza on there.
Dance parties every Friday.
Fuck. It's the same band every night.
Every night.
Oh God, love it.
So scene 4, using a hidden tracker on the Falcon, the Empire follows the group to the secret rebel base on the 4th moon of Yavin, of course. At the rebel base, engineers analyze the Death Star plan stored in R2-D2 and discover a critical weakness. Luke joins the rebel assault force while Han takes his reward and leaves, seemingly abandoning the cause. As the Death Star approaches the rebel base, a desperate battle begins
Def
with
Jam
rebel
Star.
pilots launching a trench run to hit the target.
Prop.
Here's a prop.
The little tiny monster game that
That's a cool
Chewie
game.
gets pissed at.
No one knows how it works, but that's pretty cool, dude.
It's like it looks like bubble hockey, which I destroy at.
Well, we still haven't battled me versus you yet,
It's
have
true.
we?
It's true.
That's all right. Mike, you got to go through me before you can get to Sean. So,
There's levels.
there's levels.
Yeah.
Sean is top tier. I will give him that.
All right, well, you got to see if I'm even worthy to
Yeah,
play
we got to
Sean.
make sure
Okay.
you're actually worthy.
Caleb K wants the Death Star plans for his prop.
Oh, okay.
Alex Navarro wants Darth Vader's helmet, obviously. And Nick Mad wants Luke's yellow jacket that he wears during the ending ceremony.
Hell yeah.
Which is so out of place, but that's fine.
They're just like, well, dress up. You got to look nice for it. It's like, I'll just put on this jacket.
I'll put on this
That's
yellow
all I
jacket.
got.
This piss colored jacket. Disgusting.
I would like for some reason the guys that run the Death Star Ray, like I'm very intrigued about them and their helmets.
Same, yeah.
Look so cool.
Yeah.
And I want to know so much more about them in the control room and why they're wearing those
And
helmets.
they're not droids, right? They're dudes.
I
with
think
helmets
they're
on.
dudes with helmets.
They're dudes
And like
with
why are
helmets.
they wearing those helmets?
Yeah.
When is it because of the death ray that you got to wear these helmets? But
Yeah,
then the
it's like
two guys in the tunnel just stand there?
Radiation protection kind
Yeah.
of thing, maybe.
It's awesome.
It's eye protection. It's kind of like the Swedish guy and the Norwegian guy in The Thing. He's got those goggles on. They're just like
yeah,
the
yeah.
slits. It's kind of like that.
Yeah?
Yep.
You got a prop?
I do. The communicators that like Luke uses with C-3PO.
That's pretty
Nice.
cool.
I just want that. I don't even know how it works. You see those things and you're just like, you just speak into it, I guess. But I want a set of those communicators so I can have them like walkie-talkies with people.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
It is a little concerning to me that like Leia clearly knows that they let him get away and that there's a tracking beacon on them, but it's just like, well, let's just go straight to the secret base. You know, when couldn't you have done some sort of fun like transfer of like, let's go to this planet first and then get on something else and go to our secret base? They know that. And then I had to think about it.
She's a girl. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
She doesn't know shit.
She's a girl.
But then you have to think that the Death Star actually can go into hyperspace too, which is mind blowing to me. What that would be like going through hyperspace.
I see. Here's the problem: is like going through hyperspace, and you're such a large thing. How is it that you can go through hyperspace? To be honest, with like almost anything.
Anything. It's
With
not a real
anything.
thing. You can't go faster than the speed of light.
Come on.
Wait, what?
You can't.
I know. I know.
Maybe way in the past you could,
know,
but in
yeah.
the future you can't.
Neil deGrasse Tyson and
We lost the technology, bro.
Oh, okay.
But the idea of that, of all things, like traveling at the speed and not hitting something, is just kind of like,
It's insane.
come on.
And then it is kind of cool because I like how none of this was thought out, right? Like, I am going to go down and tell you that George Lucas didn't think any of this stuff out. I know people will say he did, but like, it was all written after the fact. Like, books were written and comics were like, well, that. I even read up that like, oh, the Death Star can travel in hyperspace, but it takes longer to get started up and to slow down, which is why there's the delay between the two, between them getting there. But it's like, there's no way that whole thing could move.
I feel like that's like something that he came up with when he was on a paddle at like a Comic-Con, and he was just like, well, somebody came up and was just like, well, how does a Death Star travel through space? If that's okay, then like, why didn't they just go into? Well, I guess they. I mean, they can. Well, no, they can't. No, they can't.
Is this your Jordan Peterson? It sounds like
It's pretty much it.
It's my George Lucas Peterson.
There's not much difference.
There's not much difference, honestly. Well, there's I don't know. I think I bet the Death Star. No, the Death
One's
Star
Canadian.
can. The Death Star can. It can go.
It just takes longer to get started.
I bet it just takes longer because it's so big, and then
the calculations take longer.
It's just bigger.
I also like to think that George, like his demeanor
Clean
in
your
the,
Death Star
and the way that he talks like that is like a facade almost.
Yeah.
And like when he's at a panel like that, and some kid comes up and is like, so. How can the Death Star, excuse me, how can the Death Star actually travel through the speed? And he's like, well, fuck it. I don't know. Okay. I just made the movie. Okay. I came here because I got paid $10,000 to come here and talk to you twits. Okay.
Yep.
Now I've done my part. You guys can go do the rest.
Go write
all right?
your fucking comic books.
Please.
And come up with it.
Take it over. I don't
write
care. I'm
your
done
fandom.
with it.
Go write your nerdum, your fandom, your Star Wars hentai, whatever you guys are into,
Don't care.
and leave me the fuck alone.
I got hypertension making this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hyperspace? How about hypertension?
Come on.
All right.
There's no pills to make you come down from hyperspace. Okay.
Hypertension space.
Yeah.
God.
It is kind of fun too. I love this little scene with Han and Luke, where Luke's like, "So what do you think of her?" It's very high strung. He's like, "So what do you think?" Because like Han's clearly fucking with Luke now because he sees that Luke likes him.
Yeah.
And Han's like, "What do you think? Chances are a princess like her and a guy like me." No. Fucking
No.
teenager Luke Skywalker.
You can't. No, she'd never be into you.
I think she's definitely like more for like the moisture farmer kind. Damn it.
She's way into like incest type stuff for
She
sure.
did kiss him for good luck when they did the grappling hook swing.
Good luck. Yeah.
Good
More
fuck.
like good blood flow.
And I do think Luke is devoid of emotion because clearly he did not care that his aunt and uncle died. And now that Ben has died, who by the way he's only known for like a day or 2 days, he doesn't know Ben Kenobi. He gets really sad about Ben Kenobi around her so that she'll feel sorry for him because right before he gets on his X-Wing, he goes, I can't really stop thinking about Ben. And he kind of gives a look to her, and then she gives him a kiss, and he's like, "Fuck yeah, dude."
I think like the only thing that can make me like forget about him for a couple seconds and like focus and try and save the world right now is like if I got a kiss from a princess.
Maybe like a princess kiss or something.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, it's the only princess here.
And I was best friends with Ben Kenobi, so
He was basically my best friend. I mean, like, we knew each other for so long.
a lot of people call him Ben. I know his name's Obi-Wan.
I knew
Yeah.
him as Obi-Wan.
I call him Obi-Wan.
So
I gotta say, as much shit as people give his performance in this movie, I do think that it really works for the movie
Oh,
itself.
yeah.
Mark
I never had a
Hamill-
problem with it.
No, I never have either.
Okay, good. Yeah, like Mark Hamill, and maybe he doesn't give shit, but like, I think it works. Especially like casting unknowns for this, and like for this to come out and like obviously propel him into hyperspace.
Yeah.
But I think it really works. Even the parts where he's like, the lack of emotion when he does see Aunt aunt and uncle dead and fried to like 400 degrees for like 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But
Give or take.
yeah, it's whatever you prefer.
Yep.
Whatever the party's going.
Based every 45 minutes.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it works actually because he is trying to get out of this life, and not that that's like his key element to get out. Like they're dead now, he doesn't have to worry about it, but it is the motivation. It does have like kind of the revenge factor. It does have that more like dark side factor that his father has, like that's like, you know, like the I guess in wartime violence begets violence. And so he takes that upon himself, and that's a good motivating factor of like what the Empire can do, you know, and like how it can affect somebody personally rather than just being this overarching thing. Like he says earlier in the film, he's like, well, I don't like the Empire. Like I just, you know, but like he doesn't have
I care.
He doesn't have a base for it. He probably reads about it or like hears about it,
Yeah.
but now it's affecting him personally.
Yeah.
And now he wants to be involved and try and become this bigger thing that he's always dreamed to be, you know?
Yeah. The personal motivations are what fuel the greater motivations,
Yeah.
you know, in the grand scheme of things, because that's really why these things get started, I suppose, in this kind of a story. There's personal motivations, but at the same time, it's like all those personal, for everybody has their own personal motivations, and it becomes the greater cause, you know.
But it does feel a little rushed. Like as a standalone story and movie, it some points does feel rushed. Like the fact that they're just like, hey, here's some 19-year-old kid that nobody really knows. We're just gonna let him fly one of these X-wing fighters on the most important mission that has ever been flown in the galaxy. We don't even know if he knows how to fly one of these. And then
Gibbs vouches for him.
yeah, but then even that introduction of like the Biggs thing, and they're like, oh, how the heck? I told you I'd make it. Oh, here we are. Like this little interaction bugs the shit out of me.
Really?
When Biggs shows up, and they just had to force in this little they had to force this in to just let everyone know that he's the best bush pilot on the Outer Rim. Okay, see you later. Like it just feels very strange and shoehorned to me.
I don't think so, because earlier in the film, there's always there's two other people that tell Luke, like, I hear you're a hell of a pilot, you know, like I think even Obi-Wan says it to him, and like
I'm not such a bad pilot myself, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of a thing.
Yeah, but he's a teenager. He's gonna say that shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think it works for me just because like even when we said that like there was Biggs, is it Biggs?
Biggs.
Okay, Biggs was a
Jason Biggs.
bigger part earlier in the film where we did get a lot of this context of like them knowing each other and him going off to school and Luke not, and now he sees him. I think it works better without even just getting context. I think this is all we need to know that he is a great pilot, and if Biggs is vouching for him, it seems like Biggs is a good pilot as well. And the commander comes by and he's like, okay, if Biggs vouching for you, I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
we need all the people we can get.
And I think that's kind of where my understanding comes from, is like at this point, it's like beggars can't be choosers. I mean, how many times have they gotten their ass kicked like this many times and like losing, constantly losing fighters? I mean, I guess the room is pretty full
Totally.
of people, but at the same time, they're all in different teams. And I mean, even that's probably not that many pilots compared to what they have available on the Death Star. Like the population of the Death Star, I think they even say, is like 1.4 something million people
Jesus Christ.
on the Death Star, which they blow up, by the way. So meaning this movie has like one of the highest death counts of any fucking movie.
So the Star Wars: A New Hope has the highest death count of any movie ever made.
I have to assume so.
'Cause,
It's in the billions.
What's the original planet? Andor or
Alderaan.
Alderaan? They say was 2 billion.
2 billion plus.
And you said the Death Star has 1.5 million
Yeah,
people on it.
something like that. It's got to have the highest death count of any fucking movie.
My brain right now is the Death Star exploding.
I'm serious, man. Like,
Holy shit!
when you really think about
And
it,
everybody's just so happy.
and everyone's stoked at the end of this. They're like, yeah, well, genocide's fun. Like, what the heck?
They did it to us first.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. We got a whole galaxy to worry about here. Fuck.
I have to point it out because I don't care. I actually did find an explanation for it, and I immediately let it leave my head. because I don't care to know. I never want to know. The thing that makes me smile the most in this entire movie is the guy standing on the planet with the radar gun following the jet coming in, because something about it, when Family Guy did their Star Wars thing, they made it a point to show that scene. And I've always watched that and been like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, why do we need this shot of this guy doing this? And there's an explanation, but I don't care because I just think it's such a funny shot to me.
Even the robot chicken shit was hard to get past. Like all their like jokes that they made about it was like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it now? This guy with the radar gun?
You know, like when they get to the rebel base, there's a shot of like an aircraft coming into land, and there's just a guy. The shot's from behind. He's just standing there going like this, following it with this thing in his hand.
Huh.
I will show it to you while you're talking, while Sean's talking.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sean.
You have no clue what I'm talking about?
I think I do, but it's just like, is he like scanning?
It doesn't matter. I don't want to tell you what the real thing he's doing is, because
I think
there's
it's
no
important.
reason for this shot in a standalone movie that is about Star Wars, that is called Star Wars. This shot is the most pointless shot to ever make the movie.
It's
and that's what
contextual.
makes me. It's for what?
It's contextual.
It's not.
No, it is. No, it's contextual.
That's not the Return of the Jedi scene, is it?
No, it's in this movie. Are we really going to you guys want to see this real quick?
You brought it up.
I want to
Well,
see it.
everyone knows what I'm talking about except for you guys.
Well, the one I'm picturing is a Return of the Jedi in the big forest. Where
Well, yeah, there's that one, because that's what I think.
Just
I'm thinking
cut
about.
this out until I find it.
No way.
You guys really don't know what I'm talking
Let
about?
this run.
Nope, we're running this.
Fine, fuck everybody.
Fuck everybody.
Watch.
I want to.
Now it's going to take me forever to find it.
Good.
Star Wars: A New Hope.
I want to see it.
What's your Disney login?
What's your Disney login?
the big scenes weren't in the original cut, by the way. Any of those bigs, when he's talking, when Luke and Biggs are talking,
When they meet up again later.
he was never in the original cut.
Really?
Deleted. They were not Biggs.
See, I never remembered that. Maybe that's why I never remembered seeing this.
Yeah, when I was a kid, those were never in there. Then they added those because they were deleted scenes.
Yeah. See, like, I
So
thought.
even then, back then, you're like, you're letting him. There's no context. You're just
That's
letting
right.
him fly an X-wing.
They
Yeah.
said he was good.
Yeah, you know what? He must be all right. Like I say, it's like Independence Day, man. Like, they need everybody who can fly a plane at this point. All right,
There's 100 of you going in, 25 of you coming back.
coming back.
Is she technically a princess anymore since her planet was destroyed?
You know, you can be the princess of bullshit if you want to be.
Technically, I'm the leader.
Technically,
I got the plans.
you know, it's that whole royal family kind of bloodline kind of bullshit.
They
Technically,
can get away with everything.
yeah.
Okay, here it is. Watch this. It's the most pointless scene in the history of movies. Watch
Prove
this.
it.
They're coming in to land on the planet.
Yeah. Yeah, checks out. Yeah, see? Checks out, bro.
There's zero.
Checks
If
out.
anyone, there's two camps listening to me talk right now. There's the camp that's like, I don't know what he's talking about. There's the camp that's like, yep. Why was that a thing?
Why not?
It's
Because it
context, bro.
doesn't matter.
It does,
But
make
it
adds
sense.
to the world.
We're getting off topic. I told you how much it makes me smile and how fucking great it is.
It is great.
Because Family Guy made fun of it. It was so out of place. Family Guy's like, what the fuck is that? We got to make a scene with that.
And I think that's the whole point of it. It's like the joke inside the joke. It's like they made fun. Like, oh, that seems pointless. Let's turn it into a cartoon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like it's kind of brilliant because I think you're right. I think I do think it adds to the world.
There's a lot of out of context shit in
Yeah.
here, and I know you're joking, but there's a lot of out of context shit in here where it just does build the world.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he's doing, but I assume it's important
I
to
think
the
in
world.
the Family Guy, he goes, pew, pew. Like, I think he does that in the Family Guy.
Like, he's reading the speed, or he's
All right,
like
Jim, I'm
making
gonna go on
sure
break.
it's like doesn't have any empire markings on
Yeah.
it.
See,
You know?
Yeah, it's like we got to scan. It's like in Spaceballs where he's just like turns on the scanning thing. He's like, "What are you doing?" Scanning. It's like it doesn't matter.
I don't even know what this does.
Hey, fuck off! Like we're scanning. We're scanning. Scanning for what? I'm scanning. Shut up. Let me do my job. That guy's the scanner.
All right,
he's part
fine.
of the union. It's important.
Well, let's lump all the fighting
Let's
into
do
the
it.
final scene. So Darth Vader joins the battle, personally destroying several rebel ships, closing in on Luke. Han and Chewbacca return in the Falcon, blasting Vader's wingman, sending Vader spiraling out of control. Luke hears Obi-Wan's voice urging him to use the Force and successfully launches proton torpedoes into the exhaust port, causing a chain reaction that destroys the Death Star. The rebels celebrate their victory, and Leia presents medals to Luke and Han in a ceremony of pure happiness, not caring about the 2 billion people that died.
Now you're the big guy of the group, okay? So we're gonna need you to have a name, okay? So like you're the big guy. You kind of fill out the screen a little bit. You know, actually you're like the first to die. So, but like we're still gonna give you a name. We still want to like have the character names for all these pilots and everything like that. So you fill out the screen most. So we're gonna call your character name.
What about Biggs?
No, that's already taken. It's
Oh.
already taken.
Yeah, we already did
It's,
Biggs. 2 Gs,
It's
too.
almost like even like a real name, to be honest, too. It's like we want to give you something with like a more gravitas, more like badassdom, you know. So I think we're gonna call you Porkins.
Porkins, huh?
Yeah, you like yeah.
Porkins?
You don't even shave your neck at all, so it like really adds to the name as well. You know what I'm saying?
So I have an underbeard.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Porkins.
Porkins. Am I good? Am I good at this? Am I good? Is
You're
my
the first to
motivation?
die.
You're the first to die. You're
So I'm
actually
not good at this.
No.
You're gonna have people wondering how you even fit in the cockpit. That's kind of the joke.
Porkins.
Wow. Oh, okay. Well, this is
You
well,
get
this
it
is
like
embarrassing.
pigs, like pigs.
Oh, so
Porkins? Yeah.
fat. It's a fat joke.
It's like
a fat
Porkins.
joke.
Got
We need you on set. It's like you can call me Kenneth.
Yeah.
No.
That's my name. Now
That's
we're
my
calling
name
you
is Kenneth.
Porkins.
Okay.
Isn't that Eckhart from Batman?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's been in a bunch of. Actually, I'm going to look that up. He might be our number one guy right now.
And he's
in Raiders.
Raiders. Yes.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. I think he was like he was also called Porkins in that too.
In Raiders?
No, I think that's a joke.
Yeah, you might be right.
For all we know, his name's just Porkins in every movie. Like the guy from Fast and the Furious, his name is just always Hector. This guy's name is just always Porkins.
His wife calls him it.
Yeah. I like this whole battle scene.
Sorry,
a
his
lot.
name is William Hootkins,
Hootkins.
Got to.
and he was in Batman, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and now A New Hope. He's been in 3 movies we've done.
Pivotal characters.
Pivotal.
Yep.
This whole battle scene is fucking awesome. I love being inside the cockpit with these guys
Yeah.
too, and like them communicating to one another, like Red One or like whatever they call each other is just
Leader,
so
Gold
sick.
Leader.
Yeah. But it also seems like a good plan even too. Like, and then a good enough plan to where they have to send out the big gun, Darth Vader, to try and like be like, all right, you motherfuckers, like I got to get out here and do some shit. Come on. But while they're doing this run, like while people are trying to do the getting the fucking bombs in the little hole,
Yeah.
there's no music during this, and I talk about it all the time, but I love this shit. It's just fucking sound effects and dialogue of them like trying to do stuff, and even like the practical nature of just like the goggles that come in for like the sharpshooting drop, you know,
Yeah.
those, it's all so well done.
I enjoy that when everybody gets their goggles out and they start locking it in, they go, almost there. And it's still like 20,000 yards away. Parsecs. Almost there. 19,000. 18,000.
Almost there.
Almost there. Chosen one. It's very much like just vlog. Like I love all the it's very 70s 80s technology to me where like let's bring in like the little thing.
Yeah.
And then like the screen that's like closing in on it.
It's revolutionary.
Dude.
1977. Oh, the fuck. How
Same
did
with
they do
like
this?
same with like when the Millennium Falcon is like fending off as they're escaping.
Yes.
Like they're in the cockpit or in the little bubble
So sick,
guns.
dude.
Fuck, dude. That's great, kid. Don't get cocky. You know, that kind of shit.
I could sit in there forever. And
I know.
Just blast shit.
Yeah, it looks so much fun, and the way that they have that, like because in space it's like there's no up and down.
Yeah.
You know, that's the hard thing to remember, and I think that they do a good job reminding us of that, with this like 3-dimensional plane that they have that they're on in these bubbles. You know what I mean? And then you bring that back around. I totally thought that when they are in the debriefing though of this, It's like, oh, we've got these plans for the Death Star, and it like brings us up. I'm like, that's a fucking QR code. Like they all have to like
It's sort of
scan it with
like
their
that.
phones. I'm just like, oh, QR codes. This
We're
is where
gonna
it came
just
from?
scan this, and it'll show up on your phone.
Yeah,
and you can look at it.
everybody scan the QR code, then you'll get the plans downloaded into your R2 unit.
Mine came up with the B-dubs menu.
Yeah.
So
I know we've been getting that a lot lately. You're gonna have to rescan again. We had that for
Rescan.
lunch
Okay,
earlier.
gotcha,
we
yeah.
ordered it in. It was
we did?
They did a dash pass. Yeah. We weren't here for B-dubs?
No.
Well, it was yesterday.
Jesus.
There might be some
Christ.
leftovers still in the fridge. It's just as good as it was
No,
yesterday.
it's not.
No,
Whatever.
it's fine.
Whatever.
B-dubs is great.
I'm Porkins. I'll die first.
There's Caribbean jerk left.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right.
No, you're absolutely right. It's pretty amazing. Like, still stands up. I know they reused a lot of shots here. I noticed it this time around where the same shot would be shown 7 minutes later of them coming down to make the run, but it's fine. Like, I
Yeah.
don't care. That's me overanalyzing it. My young brain never saw any of that and only saw pure awesome. And like, yeah, I mean, I'm totally able to look past the fact that Luke actually never learned how to use the Force other than one time putting a mask on, but yet we're supposed to believe that he used the Force to make proton missiles curve. Yeah, I mean, I don't even care. I literally don't even care.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of weird though that like the vent itself is like it's like laying down like this, right? And they're coming at it from this.
So how were the other pilots going to do this?
So yeah, and my question is, so why do we have to do this like canyon style run
Yeah.
to this
where
horizontal
your
thing?
missiles will not be able to do what we
Correct.
want it to do.
Why don't they come out from the top and you've got all the space in the world and timing in the world to like go from this angle?
Or maybe since we have like 4 different squadrons, send one down there.
Yeah.
Darth Vader and his team come up behind them, then send another squadron behind and
Correct.
kill Darth Vader in the
Yes.
Oh, okay. Nope. Let that team go first.
We only want to waste one at a time.
Because pretty much everybody dies except Luke.
And Biggs, I think.
No,
Really?
Biggs
Biggs dies.
goes. It's Wedge.
Wedge, yeah,
Wedge
because
is the
there
one who
is
gets away.
one other X-wing coming back
Oh,
on
yeah.
that shot out of it.
Correct.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
Wedge, and he's the only other one who makes it out of there. It just there's some of this stuff that does get a little bit annoying to me. Like you got to make this, like I say, this kind of canyon style run of like dodging through all this stuff to get there. It's like if you know where it's at, why do you have to go down?
You don't have to.
You know, because they even say like the Death Star guns that they have like are too they aren't accurate enough or they're too big for the small ships.
Yep.
So
then
it's
go.
fine. Like I just don't understand.
But
like,
that's what's
my only
wild
thing.
about this movie is like this whole ending technically kind of sucks and doesn't make any sense. But I've fucking loved it. Like,
It's still a lot of fun, and
it's a lot of fun.
and it's really intense.
Yeah,
They
It
do
is.
a really good job of keeping it really intense, and it's. I'm being critical right now, but at the same time, I think about every single time I rewatch the
Yep.
movie leading up to this, I never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
You were just kind of you kept rooting for it.
Even in 1977, you probably could have guessed when Han is like, "Nah, I think I'm out of here." And
He's
and
coming
like, "But Luke, may the Force be with you." He's like, "Fucking okay."
Well, and that's the other part of it too, is like Han doesn't believe, but we're also eventually, even though it's after I'm trying to think of in the standalone movie of Han being force sensitive, like he is actually force sensitive himself, even though he doesn't believe in it.
Yeah.
So there's also that factor too.
Well, and like I was saying, like in 1977, you could think like that could even be like, okay, well, obviously Han's coming back. You
Yeah.
know? But still, when he does, you're like,
When he does.
It's still surprising
he
every
lets-
time.
and he lets out that woohoo. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Just
Every
fucking
time I
cowboy
forget that
shit,
he comes
man.
back. Every time he comes back, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, you forget. It's like you're all clear, kid. Go. Yeah, it's like
and I-
oh.
Hell
And I
yeah,
hate-
dude. You're my
I
best
hate-
friend, man.
I hate the idea that even Darth Vader's like, the Force is strong with this X-Wing. But what is Luke doing to use the Force to keep Vader from killing him?
No,
They're in a
nothing.
trench, and Vader's right behind him, and Luke
Yeah.
has nowhere to go. And he's like, the Force is strong with him. It's like, what is strong with him? What is he doing that's different than the other X-Wing pilots?
Maybe it's like sending out vibes.
He's just putting out vibes, bro.
He's putting out like I'm your son vibes.
He's
Yeah.
yeah, dude. This is Gen X we're talking about, okay?
He's like, I don't want to kill my son.
I'm just saying, bro.
That'd harsh my vibe, dude.
Dang, bro.
That'd be like not chill.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bruh. Like, the one thing. Oh, shit. What was I gonna say? I had something that I thought was important, but it's not. Anyways, it's fine. Fuck.
Okay.
No, it was just it was something about like it was about Darth Vader mentions it a couple of different times, and I always keep wondering like if does he ever say, because he says at one point when the Millennium Falcon's in the Death Star, he says, I feel a presence in the Force I've not felt for quite some time.
Obi-Wan.
Is that Obi-Wan or is that Luke?
Obi-Wan.
It was Obi-Wan?
It has to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's he's sensing Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan in that
Yes.
fashion. Okay. So, but he doesn't, so he's not sensing like Luke then.
No, because at the
Because he's
time
not
Luke
sensing-
Luke is not his son when this movie was written.
Man, but okay, so then if that's the case, then you have to assume that Leia and Luke were not supposed to be brother and sister.
Leia and Luke slept together that night
Okay.
after they blew up the Death Star.
So they had their own explosion after
Correct.
that
yes.
explosion.
Yes, because they are not brother and sister at the time of this movie.
Okay.
I think Leia fucked Han and let Luke watch.
Because Luke's like, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I've only had sex with womp rats.
Womp rats. I used to blast womp rats in my T16 back home.
Me and Biggs
No bigger
got
than 2
it
meters.
on. Woo!
Woo-wee. Yeah, man.
Well, we've pissed off all the nerds. They are so mad at us right now. You got anything else you want to say?
No, I think I did, but I don't think I do now. So
I want to hear what you had to say.
I don't know, actually.
Well, maybe you'll say it in your
maybe.
review, because it is modern day review time.
Okay.
We've stripped away nostalgia. We've given it the confused breakfast treatment.
All right.
Sean, what is your modern day rating and thoughts of this movie?
I don't remember. No, I do. This movie's so much fun, man. It just works. It's fucking Star Wars. The music, the acting, the directing, even the just overall kind of overarching nature of the story itself. It just works. It's like honestly sort of Odyssey-esque ish. The performances are amazing. Iconic shit here, man. Like, what can you fucking say about it? Watching this again brought me back to when I watched it over and over and over again as a kid. Except the CGI shit, that bullshit can fucking go, man. It just does not need to be here. But judging it on what I know the movie is and what I know it has become, I just think it's a masterpiece in itself. It's not my favorite Star Wars by far, and I think that's not even a controversial thing to say, but honestly think like the idea of George being a genius in writing this and everything, I do think that the idea got away from him, and I think it's one of those ideas. I was saying this on the way here, I'm like, I think it's just one of those ideas that literally got away from him and became bigger than him and evolved without his influence.
Kind of thankfully, like, thank you for starting this, but
Yes.
I'm glad
Thank
that
you
it
for
moved
being
on.
the conduit for this idea.
But we're gonna
and
take
now
over
the
from here.
universe is just going to take over. It's just it's just the way it makes it seem. It's just like it. I know I don't want to not give George credit because it is all the credit to George Lucas. But
It's like many creative endeavors that gain such a large audience, it's going to become bigger than you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like you don't have any control over it at that
But
point.
fortunately, like,
yeah,
For better or for
it's
worse.
like when people say when you release an album, like, you don't own it anymore.
exactly.
Yeah, 100%. I
You did the work to get it out there, but now you don't own it.
yeah.
Everybody else does.
Everybody has their own feelings, and it
Yeah.
influences them differently.
Every time I watch one of these, I want to watch the other
Totally.
ones.
Same.
Especially in the first trilogy. I think it's great, man. But yeah, it's not my favorite of them, and I think that even some of the later sequels are even better than this. But it's fucking Star Wars. I'm gonna give it 7.8.
7.8 for Sean. AJ, what about you?
Man, did you guys make it out of this without watching any of the other ones?
I'm going
Correct.
to tonight.
Okay. I couldn't. I had to watch Empire Strikes Back. It's my favorite one. Spoilers.
I think it might be Empire, Return, and New Hope for me.
Yeah. As far as it goes, I think it might be for me as well. There's just something about Hoth and everything, but I digress. Number one is like I realize that it's like it's some perfect storytelling. And I think I do truly believe that, because there's no point in this movie that I really get bored with it. And there are moments that I feel like I should get bored with it, but I never really do. It's always entertaining. It's always moving so fast. It's kind of crazy to think about how this one gets to the point of the end and it was maybe just supposed to end. Mm-hmm. That's kind of mind-blowing to me, because I can't think of this movie without thinking about the other ones and like what they become. Mm-hmm. It's impossible. I actually don't know how to explain it. I think of this movie and I think that there's more to it than what is actually here.
Yeah.
Sorry,
one thing on that.
Yeah.
It is interesting to think about, because we are probably of the generation who saw this while the trilogy was already out.
Right.
And so we didn't see it in 1977 not knowing that there might be more.
Right.
We just saw it as a standalone story, and still it became a fucking phenomenon, you know? And so our sort of oeuvre of the movie is the trilogy.
Right.
Is the entire story.
Yes. Yeah, it's hard to get away from that, I want to get away from that for this ranking and rating and everything. And I think I'm able to. I enjoy it so much. I don't understand the gripe about the acting that I was reading about. The special effects and everything that they've even added in. It's funny because the stuff they've added in over the years just seem unnecessary. I know they're trying to kind of like flesh out the worlds a little bit more and everything, but there's a lot of it that's just unnecessary for this like specific movie. Mm-hmm. Do that in your next movies. You know what I mean? Add that stuff into your next movies, or don't. I don't really care. I enjoy this one a lot, man. I think it's a great fucking movie. Star Wars it reshaped pop culture as a whole. Like, it literally changed the face of pop culture when this movie came out. And I truly think that it made some of the greatest, like some great storytelling. I will give this, I'm going to give this a 9.33.
Damn.
9.33. If you're talking about this movie as being the thing that started it all, that created one of the greatest franchises of all time, it's a 10. It's a flat out 10. But that's not what we're doing today. We're looking at this as a piece of cinema that is one movie, and I don't know, like it's great. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's so fun, and I love worlds like this that are built and the ideas of it, like the mystery. But like, man, some of the choices they made, and I'm judging it off of what I was able to watch. The choices they made for CGI, for adding stuff on, really bugged me. I don't think the acting's bad. I think the script is, like, the dialogue is bad. I think the dialogue is pretty poor in this movie. And it then obviously moves on to bigger and better things once they knew what they had. But this one's like, it's just kind of, I'm very surprised that it actually did what it did back then. Just this movie. Like, how did this just capture everybody's attention like this? It's still so much fun, but it's just mind-blowing to know what it did. And you still have to give it props for what it is, but also, like, I struggled maybe on the second time watching it, where I was just like, can we move on to something different? Especially coming off of Dawn of the Dead and The Sting, man. Like, both of those had me from every second. This one was like, how did people flip their shit over this when it came out? But that being said, it's still fucking great. I'm going to be a little lower than Sean, but I'm a 7.4. It still deserves its praise as a standalone movie. Nick Mad coming in saying, no matter the burden of having so many new movies and shows to watch, I always make time to enjoy A New Hope every year. While some of the practical effects don't hold up to modern day standards, you've got to hand it to Industrial Light and Magic for doing such amazing work, especially in an industry currently overflowing with CGI. It's remained one of the most quotable and influential films of all time for a reason, and John Williams' score is next level. I'd even argue it's ultimately the greatest complete film score ever created.
You might be right.
I mean, yeah. I know that the Star Wars universe has had its ups and downs over the last 50 years, but Episode 4 remains the pillar of not only groundbreaking sci-fi storytelling, it's the beginning chapter of the greatest trilogy in existence. Modern day rating 9.3.
Let's go.
That was one other thing that we didn't talk about, though, that does not hold up is the Darth Vader Obi-Wan lightsaber battle. And I know they're dealing with 77 technology, but it's hard to watch having watched the fight scenes we've seen in all these other movies.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's so hard to watch.
Nothing much can hold up to Darth Maul and Ewan McGregor and fucking Liam Neeson.
Right. And so you're watching just two old guys going, I'm gonna get you. So
Like, not even barely fencing, but yeah, it still works.
So, guys, as a group, 8.46 for a modern day rating, which if you look at every movie we've done, an 8.46 is going to slide this into the 33rd spot. Tied with Stand By Me. Wow. We think The Matrix is a little bit better than this, and we think Terminator is a little bit worse than this, is how we feel about
I think it
those
deserves
movies.
to be in that company for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Well,
Terminator started that whole thing.
There you go.
Man, yeah, that's a good placement.
We hope you enjoyed being here. Thanks so much. Next week, our final 1970s movie for August, The Jerk, followed by, officially speaking of Nick Mad, his choice for September is The Ghost and the Darkness.
Hell yeah.
Also, if you're new to the podcast, go back this time last year. Final Destination.
That's a good episode.
You gotta check that one out, boys.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Seems like just yesterday that entered my world.
Well, thanks to Brian on the controls for holding his tongue the whole time while we were speaking ill will about Star Wars and saying the wrong names. Learn more at Upload Media Group in Cedar Rapids at uploadmediagroup.com. Check out our network, Cloud 10 at cloud10.fm. That's it for us. Goodbye.
May the force be with you.
May the farce be with you.
May the farts be with you. Thanks again for listening, guys. We really appreciate it. Make sure you're checking us out on YouTube here in the studio, hanging out with us live and in person in the studs. Check us out on social media. Search for Confused Breakfast at Confused Breakfast anywhere on social media. And please leave us a review. 5 stars on any platform that you're listening on. Write us a comment on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. Write us a review. We love to read them.
Go to confusedbreakfast.com as well to see the merch that we have. You can see the shirts. We have new shirts up there. It's awesome. I believe it. You can go to confusedbreakfast.com as well to see the ratings of the movies that we have covered. You can see AJ's ratings. You can see Mike's ratings. And you can see my ratings and the show's ratings overall. Goodbye. I love you.
Thanks to Brian on the controls here at Upload Media Group. Learn more at uploadmediagroup.com and learn more about our network Cloud 10 at cloud10.fm. We love you so much. Go on to the next video.